have a green box and a bit rate. I'm going to assume that means we are live. And Gen is not on Roll20. I've just noticed.
I was logged into Roll20, I just hadn't gotten into the game yet. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I literally,
For shame.
no. I just glanced at the screen and noticed it.
My bad. I just was like, oh, I'll just wait, and then I just never got into Roll20.
It's fine.
Whoop.
It is fine. As I said, it is just I glanced at the screen and just spoke out loud. So this is, as always, the Storytime Network. This is the Sunday D&D session, and half of the party is trapped in a hole with an ancient white dragon and an oni bear.
It's not even that, it's 3/4. It's 2/3 of the party.
Yep. The squishies are the only one outside of the hole.
How much health do you have, Alden?
Let me double check, because I'm pretty sure I am at half health. Yes.
I'm at Magic Pixel.
I haven't been hit.
Rua is at 13 out of 50, and Prody is at 3 out of 52.
Jesus.
Yeah, we need your guys' help, otherwise we're all going to die.
Yeah. So I'm going
Nah,
to
it's fine.
hand off to our lovely DM Kaido to give us the recap and then get us underway.
Yeah, let's fucking go, am I right? So, last we left our heroes with Aldane, the beat-up paladin, Daron, the injured rogue, Seamus, the relatively fresh bard, and Felix, the equally just as fresh as the bard, elven painter. You fought with the two lovely NPCs in tow, eventually managed to reconnect and meet up again after a lot of trial and tribulation, with
Hooray.
Felix, Seamus, and Prody's group having to deal with hypothermia, and Daron, Aldane, and Rua's group having to deal with a bone claw. Once those challenges were sufficiently dealt with, you guys managed to meet up again after Rua was able to access the next part of his astral self. Now covering everything above the ribcage in terms of armor, and it also allows him to project his voice 600 feet away. It can also allow him to individually pick out one person in 60 feet to talk to, privately, like a whisper. But to be fair, if you're activating that and you're whispering, it's kind of counterintuitive, unless you have like a strat that you don't want the enemies to know, but that's beside the point. Yes, you met up, however, you were intercepted by Gul-Weavai, the ancient white dragon of the Forbidden Ice, and that was the name they called themselves. Furiously fighting off the dragon, Daron, Prody, and Aldane were on the back foot until Seamus, not even Prody, then Prody, Seamus, and Felix ran in, able to help make the save and give them back up. However, even still, the situation was looking very grim until the infamous white-blue bear thing managed to, again, from above, swoop down and punch the flying creature in the head. However, as it was seemingly getting weaker and weaker, a hole opened up, just like what's happened with the
Accursed
with
flower
Flora.
patch.
Yes, and I'm actually going to take them off because the bottom is so deep that you cannot see them, Seamus and Felix. As we leave it to you two with the floor for now. There's just an eerie silence in the air as you two are left alone with each other knowing that your friends have been left with that bear creature and the ancient white. And as you look above, since the hole has formed, unnaturally dark clouds have formed. Not like the clouds you saw swirling overhead. These are more similar to the fucked up sky when the floor when the Vela family garden was all corrupted. Like when you had that nightmare, Felix, when you touched that flower.
Oh, this is bringing.
Almost like you're
This
in some sort of apocalypse. And
This-
even the snow around the edges is starting to almost look like the colour's being sucked out of it and replaced with just this dark sludge.
This is bringing back unwelcome memories.
Felix, are you hurt at all over there?
No. You.
Good. No. But it looks like we're gonna have to jump in the hole.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't want to do it. Do you want to do it?
I don't especially want to go down there, but we kind of have to.
Yeah.
Well, no
Unfortunately.
time like the present. Come on.
All right, how are we gonna fuck this pig? How are we gonna do this?
Fuck this pig.
Don't know if that's a phrase.
I mean, it's a phrase
is-
in the
it is a
Tory, in the Conservatives of Britain world, but not in D&D.
Yes, because that's usually because the word. Yes, because usually "fuck that pig" is usually haven't been followed up with David Cameron never.
Mm.
Oh my god.
I still
Anyway,
remember going to the city and
Oh.
someone was actually talking about that, like with a megaphone. It was so
Yeah.
fucking surreal. But anyway,
we jumped down the hole.
as you bravely jump down the hole. So now I'm going to change the music.
And the
me just
map, I
find
assume.
the most appropriately creepy music. Display.
Geronimo!
Display. Fuck off! My card won't let me do online payments right now. Stop taunting me.
Mm.
Because yeah, that's a whole fucking thing as well. But this is D&D. Let's not get upset at stuff like that. Do I want to use this? No. This is too imminently perilous. Okay, I'll use this song. The Pits. Sounds appropriately beautiful.
I mean, just the name sounds appropriate.
That was unintentional. It was just the one that sounded the best with what I wanted to look for. So, darkness consumes you all, as it feels like you just hit water, and it feels like you're being surrounded. Everything around you is just blackness. You can't see, you can't hear, you can't speak, you can't even feel. It's almost just like you're trapped. Until eventually, you do see something. You see red. And you see what looks like a human looking down on you. With a very familiar features to a certain paladin in your group. The expression is very smarmy, smug, confident. Clearly assured of himself. And as the eyes look ahead, you see young white dragons being taken away. One of them having basically had its entire snout broken to stop it from properly screaming as it's trying to claw away. It's the grisly sight as the dragon looks at its limbs and sees nothing but stumps. Not even at like an elbow where, you could properly fit a prosthesis. And you can actually see in the distance as the dragon looks to the sides, because it's clearly from that point of view. The limbs that have been cut off, not even being used for anything, they're just being left there to continue, being in the snow. And all you hear is the sound of screams and laughter until it's eventually cut off with this inhuman roar, for lack of a better term. It sounds like when someone's just got nothing else they can do but scream. And that's their only solace. And then, eventually, the vision goes out. Until there are... And you don't know how long you're left there. You don't know how long the dragon's been there. But eventually they hear a voice. And it just says, almost eloquently, almost like a whisper, maybe even less than that, but you just hear, you have had everything taken from you, but I can give it you back. If you listen to me, and you let me help you, then you can help me. How does that sound for a deal? And the dragon just... How can you help me? I have lost everything! I do not even know what you look like. How can you help me when I have nothing to go on? And the dragon... you can just almost feel this shivering and shaking from around the dragon, as he's still looking from its point of view, but you see stuff like trees in the distance shuddering, just from the sheer rage this dragon's emitting. And the voice manages to cut through it and just says, I understand your fury, and if you allow that fury to be the blade that you can wield as you cut down everything that opposes you, I can help give you back your claws. And with your claws, you will be able to destroy and annihilate everything that blonde human and his friends ever knew and loved. And before you hear a response, all of you come to, in this very dark pit. Unlike before with with Flora, when you went down her thing, this one is much darker, to the point where anyone who doesn't have dark vision is struggling, which I think is only Daron, right?
Correct.
Yep. For everyone else, it is very much dim light, which is still not great, but you know, everyone with dark vision isn't really struggling. But as you all come to, you all feel your limbs have this numbness to it. You can still use them, but it's strange. It's like pins and needles, but you can still somehow use them without any problems. And around you, I forgot to say as well, you all see each other, but you don't see the dragon, and you don't see the bear creature either.
Hi, guys.
How's it going?
Came down too. It's very nice of you.
I mean, you know, it's... What else would we have done?
I mean, yeah, you wouldn't have lasted half an hour without us. Frody's just laying on his back, looking up at the ceiling, because there is a ceiling in this room, as you're pretty much encased in this gigantic, like, ice chamber.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing you can see for an exit is just a black abyss going ahead.
I mean, that's a little
No.
bit rude. I feel like we would have lasted at least a few days.
Why am I getting deja vu?
Is this what it was like when you dealt with that poor girl? Rude
Yup.
says as he uses his
Something
sword
like
as like
that.
a cane to stand up.
Oh, everything hurts.
I think we should rest. And I mean a long rest and sleep.
Yeah. We should take watches, though.
How's about Felix and I alternate? He can trance first, then I can trance, so we can cover up whole segments of watches, and then the rest of you can alternate in between as well.
Alright. I'm in decent shape, so I'll take first watch.
I'm barely conscious. I shouldn't be doing watch.
Neither should I, but I'm gonna do it. Daron, don't be a coward. Bro, he just says as they're gonna start rolling over to try and sleep.
I mean, I feel like the biggest issue for Darren is the fact that they can't see anything right now.
Yeah, but this can still hear and smell and taste. Also, we can light fires, right?
But we can.
Is there anything to make a fire with?
Not to my knowledge.
None of you have anything that's lightable? I mean, I assume you all have, like, tinderboxes and shit, right?
Yeah, but
I think
nothing.
so.
We're not carrying like logs or anything like that.
Oh, I've got
You
10
didn't
torches.
Yeah, just pile the torches up in a pile and then light them.
Felix sticks 5 of them in a pile as like a stereotypical campfire, and then produces flame on them.
Good night.
So, for orders of watches, who's going then after Aldane?
I'll go second.
So after that, then Felix can swap with Rua.
Yep.
So it'll be whoever wants to then hang out with Rua for the watches. Okay. Then, if no one wants to, Prody will then go with Rua, and then by default, Darren will be then with Rua regardless.
Okay.
Is everyone in agreement with that order?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yeah.
Alright then, Aldane, Felix, go first. Perception checks are high.
Oh, that's good.
Hmm.
It's almost a good thing because, like, it is very cold in here, and you're having to sort of group up to keep warm around this fire. So you know, it it's very weird because you pretty much just hear nothing, like not even an echo. The only thing that is making noises is probably some people in their sleep, and then the sound of the kindling fire.
So I've had a thought.
Oh.
I assume you've like you saw the same vision that we did with the dragon and the, I assume, Dracolich piece.
Yeah.
How about you tell the dragon you have, like, your dad doesn't care about you, and maybe wouldn't be as angry at us.
I could try that. I could also say that he's dead.
I get the feeling the dragon is the kind that, you know, won't let death stop it from torturing someone.
I hate that you're right.
Here's the thing. Tell it that what would piss your dad off even more is if you actually lived.
That could work.
It could? I'm not used to this feeling.
Yes. There is a question, though, of how I could spin my story. I don't want to try to use any outright lies, because those are easy to get caught in, especially for being as cunning as a dragon.
I'm not
Well-
sure cunning is the word I would use to describe this particular dragon.
Fair enough. Regardless, I don't want to get caught in a lie with this one. It'd only make it angrier.
Again, in fairness, is that even possible at this point?
I do not know the depths or bounds of its rage, and I'd rather not find out.
Like, what's the worst thing that could happen if it finds out that you may or may not be lying?
Smash cut to the dragon of the Oni Bear doing a fusion dance.
I mean, I'm just imagining the scene when in Avengers when Hulk versus Loki, being very generous in that regard.
Mm-hmm. But yes, I'll try to convince the dragon that not killing me is in its best interest, and by extension, not killing the rest of you as well.
I mean, it's probably a strategy that we should have done, before we started hurting it.
To be fair, it did attack us first.
I mean, yeah, but it's in fairness, it's got a legitimate reason to do so.
Yes, I will not argue its legitimacy of its grievance.
It's also not like we didn't come here to kill it.
Yeah. Well, I will try to reason with it. If it doesn't want to be reasoned with, then we can't really help it, but I will at least try.
If you don't have anything else to say, we'll move on to the next watches.
Yep.
Right. Felix, Seamus, perception up, my dudes. Yeah. You're still pretty much alert as ever, Felix. And Seamus, yeah. It doesn't really help. Between the two of you, considering you come from the most mountainous country of the lot, the cold isn't too bad for you guys. Like, Tenoyama winters are pretty bad at times. So you're no strangers to the cold, really. So it's not as bad for you guys as it is for the others.
So I may have given Aldain a strategy that's gonna get him, like, ice breathed. I'm honestly not
What'd you
sure what
say?
will happen. Well, I said he should tell the dragon that it would be better to tell the dragon that Aldain's dad would be, like, happier if Aldain was dead, and so if the dragon really wanted to piss off Aldain's dad, then Aldain should be kept alive.
I don't know if the dragon is quite thinking that rationally right now.
That is one aspect of it, but also, it's something Aldain probably should have said before we attacked, so yeah, maybe don't stand too close to Aldain, just as a warning.
Or I might have to, just to pop healing word on him before he dies.
Yeah.
So I wonder how we're gonna get out of this mess.
I mean, same way we always do.
By the skin of our teeth.
That, fighting, and some trauma, yes. When we get back to Centralis, do you want to use my spa tickets? I feel like we could use them.
That sounds like a great idea. We're definitely gonna need a little bit of R&R after this.
Yeah. I hope they won't have expired.
That'd be a little scary if they were expired. That'd be annoying.
So who do you think's gonna get the special weapon this time?
Honestly, I think it's gonna be you, Felix.
Oh, really? Aw.
Yeah. I mean, took away the mountain took away your wand of lightning bolt, so you need something.
Yeah. Maybe they'll give it to me in the form of a staff of power.
Yeah.
In the distance, Felix, you just hear laughter. No, actually,
Just maniacal laughter.
Genbu's looking down from on high in the mist, just like, you seen this shit?
No, he's thinking, I'm gonna give this fucker a boomerang. Let's go.
I'd accept a boomerang. Boomerangs are fun.
Oh yeah.
Well, if that's it, I will move on to Brody and Ruma, whose stuff I will skip because I am not talking to myself for however long. I am not doing that to you guys or myself. So I'm merely just going to do the necessary checks. Again, what the fuck are you doing?
What are you
Voice
stabbing?
Ruin. No, I'm kidding.
So anyway, here's Rua's perception. Again, what you doing? You're last. I'm still doing the perception checks.
Oh, okay.
It's just, because, you guys, no, yeah, definitely. 27 and 22, absolutely no issues. And then, yeah, Prody wakes you up day on before you go to sleep, and I'm having you keep that 10.
I am somewhat
then,
curious
yeah.
what Prody and Rua would talk about.
You would have to ask. And this is Rua's check. 6 points less than before, but he still got over a 20, so As Darren and Rua are now doing the final watch of this rest. Whew. It's nice that we didn't die,
Oh, for sure. It's always a time. It's always a question with these places.
Yeah, I mean, well, I honestly don't envy you for having done the first one. Might reconsider about offering to help you for the next ones. No,
Yeah, no, that's valid.
No, I need to see through you guys. It's not fair that you bear all the burden.
It is what it is,
I mean, it's fine. Hey, maybe your weapon will calm down a bit once it has a buddy to talk to.
Yeah, who knows? But considering mine's called isolation, we'll find out.
I mean, didn't you say it seemingly wanted to get the next piece?
Yeah, I guess it technically is itself. So, maybe that doesn't count, but who knows?
As you are talking to River, the weapon is unnaturally quiet. It's probably been the first time it's been genuinely quiet since you've entered the country.
Hey, wait 1 second. And I try to listen with a weapon.
You hear a very gentle heartbeat, but it's a very different kind of tone to what you've heard so far. It's not like... It's very hard to explain, but it sounds like a heartbeat belonging to a different creature.
That's not concerning.
If I had to describe it, it's a lot lighter than what you've heard so far. Like, the creature in question is of a smaller frame and, like, body type.
I'm describing this to Rua as well.
Shrugging. I mean, my weapon doesn't beat I have a heartbeat. I can't help you there, I'm afraid.
Yeah, this is one of those times where I'm like, I'm not happy with this thing. Been useful, but
I mean, when you're dealing with unimaginable evil artifacts of power, you're not exactly going to be in for an easy street, are you?
no, no, no. Just kind of, you know, how it is.
Honestly, I'm just more worried for Aldane's sake. After all, he probably can't be taking this really well. This is his dad's fault, after all.
Yeah, I mean,
Sins of the father and all that. I mean,
yeah,
this dragon's father was killed by my grandfather and his friends, so
yeah. Generational sins and traumas.
and hey, if you are somehow related to that Tempest person my granddad knew, oh, that might be interesting.
It's weird that that is a thing that we have to consider, huh?
I mean, who knows? Uh maybe I don't know. Maybe one of us will have another vision of that and we'll find out more, but I can't imagine we'd get more than just my grandfather beating up Tempest anymore.
Yeah.
From what he did tell me about it, because he did speak to me about it, Tempest was the prodigy, actually, of the temple at the Way of the Four Elements.
Hmm.
She was sent on a pilgrimage at the age of 18 and came back incredibly strong, a lot stronger than most the tutors would have expected.
Right.
And she lauded that up over my granddad. She used to bully him quite a bit and basically poked fun at the fact that he had no parents to speak of because they're all dead.
Right.
And
She
so
sounds like a real charmer, honestly.
I mean, my granddad put it succinctly that she was and a complete bitch. He couldn't really, you know, uh, do well as the shit she talked at him when he eventually did beat her. Apparently, from what my granddad said, the methods we were actually using to teach the way of the four elements was actually completely incorrect.
Oh, really?
Yeah, normally, or at least the way they taught it, was the fact that you could only do sort of 4 elemental abilities at a time, ever. Whereas my granddad can do 8 different kinds. That's not counting his ability to sort of mimic cantrips.
Oh, huh.
Apparently, you can get more output with using less. And when my granddad showed that off, Tempest didn't like it, and my granddad, being strong enough, decided to finally challenge her and, well, wiped the floor with her. Almost literally, from the looks of those visions.
Yeah. I mean, this is one of those times where I'm like, I don't think we're gonna ever go down that road.
Why so?
Well, I hope you don't have to beat the shit out of me.
I mean, I've already headbutted you into unconsciousness once. We're
Yeah,
already
but
there, I
not.
feel like.
You know what I mean.
I do, but I mean, you're not a complete pugnacious piece of shit like Tempest apparently was.
No, I'm just a jackass. And I just kind of chuckle.
So you're at least halfway there.
Eh,
But yeah, we're gonna get through this.
yeah.
We're gonna get all the pieces, and we're gonna be dealt with this shit. And who knows, maybe we'll find this Drake Blackburn on the way.
I really wonder what his deal is, you know?
I mean, if he was the son of the leader of this shit, and then effectively this Dracolich's nephew by association, maybe they have some sort of special abilities, or are strong in their own right.
Probably. Part of me just hopes he's not a piece of shit like his dad.
I mean, if he ran away from home, maybe he didn't like what was going on.
Or he could be even worse, who knows?
Maybe. But we're not going to find out by doing nothing. Unfortunately, like my grandfather would say, no matter how ugly the truth is, you've got to see it to the end, even if you don't want to. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'd rather at least know an ugly truth than a prettied up lie, especially if I knew it was a lie. And I guess that'll be the end of the watches. As everyone wakes up feeling refreshed and ready to go. The only route ahead, again, is down the dark corridor that none of you can see ahead, even with dark vision.
Do any of you guys have a light spell?
Produce flame.
That'll have to do.
I mean, it might be cruel, but...
I do have
Prody,
torches, though.
Prody does say this. It might be kind of cruel to dare on, but... Won't the light give us away? That's
None of us
course
can
not-
see, though.
Yeah, but we have dark vision. And I mean, hey, if none of us can... I mean, well, if any of you do actually hold the torch to down the corridor, it doesn't light up at all, even with that.
I think that answers their questions.
And if it is so dark, other creatures down there probably have dark vision. Which means, again, not to be cruel to Darren, but the light might give us away. It's just a thing I thought I'd bring up.
It's a fair point.
Rua actually holds up a hand and says, well, from what I could tell with my, from what I tested with Prody and my abilities of my astral self, I actually seem to have double my normal dark vision range with it active. But the problem is that I'd be using my key to activate it.
That seems like it could be a bit of a problem.
I mean, if we rested just before we knew, if we knew, we were about to fight, you know, Ghoul with Eye, if that was his name again. We could always rest, but...
So yay or nay on the ball of fire?
I'm
For
fine
now,
with either
no.
way.
Let's hold off on it for the time being.
Seamus, I'll probably be holding on to you for a while, so...
So, I'm going to ask for a marching order. Just let me give you the specifics on how wide you can go. Oh yeah, I forgot. So you can go it like, say, this sort of formation, or you can actually do it as wide as this. So you could do it in like this box, or you could do it sort of like this right now that you've got.
I think Aldan will be at the front.
Where you going again?
Well, my mouse is like... It was just like pushing me... It was like dragging the map along with the thing.
I
So,
feel like the front row should be Aldane, Prody, and Rua. if we're gonna go 3 abreast.
Rua would say just because he can also do reach with his punches when he activates his key.
Yeah.
Um,
Not to mention Darren can't see.
yeah.
Feels like it would be a
So-
detriment being up front.
And then if you want to go, yeah, are we happy with this formation?
Yeah.
Everyone, are we happy with this formation?
Yeah.
Everyone,
Yep.
are we happy with this formation?
Yes.
Right. Okay, let me bring you into the map. Oh, shit. Actually, before we do, as you pass through, just like before, with the thing with Flora, it feels like you're passing through water. And it quickly
This
consumes you
again.
all. As again, everything is completely dark. You have nothing. You can't see, you can't hear, you can't feel. Just like you're being trapped. And as your vision comes to, you... Actually, let me change the music. If only just for my own sanity. So, as you come to, you see your vision has you in this like ice cave. It's very expensive and big, and you quickly realize why as you look up from a very low position, and you see this gigantic old white dragon. It looks different to the one you've encountered so far. And it looks down with a sort of sagely squint, and it just says, "My son, Gulwivai, we are having intruders invade our home, looking to kill me and take what is mine. Do not, and I stress, do not fight. I demand that you run and hide. Do not lose your life like I must, if the worst comes to worst. I expect great things of you. Prove to the other dragons that you can be better than what is expected of us." And from your point of view, there's a nod. And the dragon just smiles softly and just says, "Good. Now go. Run and keep running until you, even when you think you should stop running, if anything, move faster." And with a blink, your vision comes to, again, as from a higher position, looking down on this big arena, you see multiple people fighting this big white dragon. You see a young man, pointed ears, black hair, with fists of normal coloured flame. But the man has bright silver eyes, very familiar, but they look not that much younger just because of elves, but you can clearly tell he's a lot more inexperienced. Wielding a sword with a blade glowing bright light, but there's no like metal or edge to it. You also see a Goliath clad in dark armor, wielding an axe that's somehow even darker than his own armor. He's got a menacing grin as he's tearing through this dragon with a lot faster than you would expect him to do. You see a halfling in the back, slinging spells, seemingly concentrating on a spell, looking very nervous. You also see a very big, muscular lizard man wielding also a great axe. as he's riding. No, he's not wielding an axe. Sorry, he's got a lance that has lightning crackling from the tip. Riding on the back of this sort of like, it's not a dragon, but it looks like some sort of winged lizard, as it seems to be assisting him in the fight. And above, as you look a bit higher, you see a man, bright, beautiful wings, golden blonde hair, blue eyes, as he's shooting blasts of energy from his hands. And this goes on for a bit, as you actually see as well, 4 of these sort of... It's hard to explain, but they look draconic, but they also look like demons. Very hard to explain. Anyone who is proficient, give me a Arcana check.
Damn.
Which will also be Prody because he is proficient. Wow. 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 Fuck me. Well, I honestly should have made the DC harder. No, it's fine. So, excuse me. This demonic dragon creature, Seamus and Felix, both of you know, this is known as an Abishai. This is basically some sort of fiend, like a devil, that has been then transformed into sort of a draconic appearance, usually by a higher power. That's typically some sort of unholy dragon. And yeah, this is a white Abishai, which are the weakest of their kind by a good margin. Like, to give you an idea, it would probably take like 5 of these to comfortably not even comfortably, to struggle against a red Abishai. And yeah, and they are putting up a decent fight. However, you do see the Goliath actually almost tearing through them pretty easily with his speedy attacks. Again, it looks like he shouldn't be moving this fast, so possibly someone's casted haste. And then when the Abishai are destroyed, you then see the dragon struggling to take these adventurers on. And after the creature's fallen, they just pretty much walk past the dragon and head for what you can presumably guess to be its horde. And at that point, the point of view you're looking at turns the other way and begins to run. And it feels like forever until eventually they seemingly collapse from exhaustion in the blizzard that's outside. And then you see brief bits of their life growing up, this point of view. They seemingly have books that they're reading. They are seemingly even doing, like, science? Like, you actually see them experiment with chemicals, and even learn a bit of magic, and seemingly just teaching themselves how to, you know, be smart. And you get various glimpses of these as this dragon is on its own for a long time. And then your vision comes through as you are on this map. Look at the very bottom right corner.
Yep, see it.
If everything is dark for you.
Oh, wow.
What are we wowing at? Because it's really dark.
It is
Oh, no.
dark, and you do see ahead as it is very dark. So dark that, in fact, that is the minimum range you've got, really. the maximum range. Sorry, I should say. And that was my granddad when he was still known as Astor.
Was that his team?
And that was the Wildcards. I remember him telling me actually. Apparently, they were looking for a piece to enhance the axe of the Goliath Archon. He said the Abishai were because the dragon was in cahoots with this evil mage woman. I think he said she was called Claudia? Yeah. The Wildcards, they kept changing in now. Asta, of course, you know him. Archon, the Goliath, and Colgan, the Azamar. They were the three consistent ones. And the other ones, he said at that point, was Corwin, the half-elf, the halfling, and Rhyme Teeth, the lizard folk.
Yeah. This is good. At least we have confirmation. This is consistent too with what happened last time with Flora. Images of her past. Her traumas.
But that looked like the ancient white we were fighting worked hard to become more intelligent.
Yeah. And seemingly he's giving it all up for power, I guess.
Huh, maybe that doom strategy I gave Aldane has a better chance of working than I thought.
Doom strategy? Hello?
Hello.
Operation Rip and Tear.
I mean,
No.
it may not have been doomed, before we, did a lot of damage to the dragon, but now it's probably not gonna work.
Stop it.
Okay.
Well, let's not waste any time talking. We don't know what's up ahead, do we?
Sorry, my dog is
It's
being
fine.
silly.
It's fine.
So, fellow, out of character, are you going to be approaching stealthily or normally?
Dane, what are you wearing?
Khakis.
Khakis that are one size down in the waist, so they chafe a bit.
Oh god, that sounds awful.
I mean, I could cast Pass Without Trace very easily.
That would be appreciated.
Alright then.
So are you passing without tracing?
Yes.
Aye, everyone gets +10 to this. So we all moving as a group, and if so, how far is everyone wanting to move? Unless you want to all move at your own speeds.
No, I think we should move at the same speed, probably.
30 feet? I don't know.
Well, it's up to everyone. How far does everyone want to
30
move?
feet.
I mean,
Let's
Is
just
everyone
move 30
moving at
feet.
30 feet?
30
Aye.
feet sounds good.
Everyone, give me the stealth checks before we do move as a group. Rue got a 31. Darren got a 29. So Seamus just got 34. Aldane got 20 because of his disadvantage. Felix got 19. And what does Brody get? Also with disadvantage.
I forget. Does
24.
chainmail give you a disadvantage, or is that just plate armor?
It's heavy armor, I believe.
Okay.
I believe some medium armors. No, all medium armors do it as well. But it's also all heavy armor that does it without question, unless you can get mithril.
That's unlikely to happen anytime soon.
I mean, it costs a lot as well. You'd have to find a smith who has it.
Hmm.
But when you do, it's so reliable. My cleric has it with medium armor. But anyway, this isn't about other campaigns. So as you move forward, in the distance, as you approach, you actually begin to hear sobbing. As I'm gonna just do that out there, and let me dial this back a bit. Is that far enough? Still a couple more scooches back. Is that good enough? Let me see. Years. How far? Yeah, that would make sense. Just dial that a bit. There you go. So, Rue actually just put a hand out and just says in a whisper, "I can see a corner that way."
All right. Let's move forward just a little bit so we can peer around it.
So what, are you wanting to move forward?
Yeah, to here.
Are you moving forward on your own?
No,
Well, I'm not
the
stealthy
group
enough
is.
to move forward on my own.
I was going to say, the
So-
thing is, if you move as a group, they could very likely, if they are looking down that way, see whoever's at the edges, like, you know, Felix, potentially Prody and Rua.
Well, I'm not
You know-
particularly stealthy, so we should probably have someone stealth over to look
I was
first.
going to say, you'd need someone to hug the wall, and yeah.
Byron, you think you could do it?
Dairon can't see.
Right.
If I were to do it, does my stealth check still work? Is my nat 20 okay?
I'd say for now.
Okay, then I'll go ahead and do that.
Rua's actually going to whisper. I was going to say rock, paper, scissors. Alright.
Like right there?
Oh, you're just moving there. Right.
No, that's too close.
No, if he's doing that, no backsies.
I'm still out. I'm still behind the wall, right? Still behind the
No.
corner.
No.
No, that's fine. No backsies. You've done it.
What the heck?
Should have measured before and checked.
That's mean.
No, give me a sec. Actually, I need to actually copy and paste an entire object.
Oh,
If
no.
you see a whole black square, it's because I'm having to maneuver stuff around, so I'm not spoiling the map.
This is why we usually get Darren to do the stealth stuff.
Fuck it, that's fine. As there is a wall along here, along there. So as you peek out, everyone begins to hear a loud noise and it's too late for you, Seamus. As running out, give me a second, as a creature bursts out. A very ugly creature with a sort of emaciated skull face, with awkward protrusions along its body, and now it's going to make an attack as a surprise. Not a surprise, but just a normal attack, because you did hear it, because it's not exactly quiet.
Yep.
Oh no. Well, that's a crit.
Oh no.
Fuck.
Seamus might get downed before the fight's even started.
I swear to God.
Doesn't he have full health though?
Yeah, but this attack is normally 4d10
Fuck.
before a crit. You're lucky, Dylan. You're fucking lucky. A bunch of 2s and 7s for 34 points of damage.
That's still a lot.
As, I will say, 34 points of... What damage type is this? Oh, piercing damage. As the creature pulls you in and hugs you incredibly tightly. You are now considered grappled, and you are now frightened.
Of course.
And I'm going to pull up the image of this. So you know what it is, as initiative will start. Give me a brief moment as I bring up the turn order. Make sure to click your tokens. Oh, Dylan already did. Good man. This is some body horror ass shit, as it is in the general chat of the Discord as it is loading in.
As usual, I get shit initiative.
I mean, you have negative dex.
Yes.
What's that? What's there? What's going on?
Check the
As you
general
just-
chat in Discord.
No, I'm being facetious.
But yeah,
Just
you
that
just... You'd probably hear Seamus actually screaming in not just pain, but fear.
So the
Nah, more like disgust, because that thing's fucking ugly.
so the people in the
No,
audience can see
you
it
are
as well.
actually given the frightened effect. Oh, lucky you, it got one of the worst initiative rolls. But yes, so this is a emaciated creature with basically, I would say, a random assortment of limbs. It shouldn't be limited to just 5. It can do what it wants. In this case, I'd say 6 creepy pointed limbs. 2 on the right side and 4 on the left side. Why not? As it is holding Seamus as tightly as it can. And basically, the moment this creature hugs Seamus, it doesn't seem as upset as it was before. But, Seamus, you are forcibly given a sort of wave of panic and fear as you are reminded of the times that you watched all of your friends being eaten alive by wolves.
Yay, we're bringing it back to that.
Memories of them flooding back, but this time as they're being eaten alive, they look at you and just say, "Why did you leave us, Seamus?"
Oh, fun.
And only
That's
he
not
hears
horrifying
this.
at all.
As this is Felix's turn. Let's go! Yay! Felix, your friend is being hugged aggressively, and this is a bad touch. What do?
Bad touch, bad touch.
Also, out of character, Seamus is actually lucky because the non-crit rolls actually hit harder than the crit roll I did.
Nice.
I suppose this is a question, isn't it? Let me just check the description.
I will say
or something.
this. I will say, just to be absolutely certain, for clarity, this is a dead end.
Yeah.
It's just that, like, you know.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, how good of a view of this creature do I have right now?
Not great. There is a orc, an elf, kind of a wall, and Seamus in the way.
How
But
how
you do
tall
see
are
them-
Rua and Prody?
River's only 5'7", and Prody is 6'3".
Okay, I can't see over Prody. I can see over Rua.
You can just weave in and out, like 15 feet, bam, and then 15 feet back like a Chad.
I'm gonna move here. That gives me a better view of it, right?
Yeah, you see as Seamus's face is very likely twisted in pain and horror.
Mm-hmm. Then with my boat.
The moment Dylan said he were going, I was laughing to myself.
With
Sorry.
So mean.
with my bonus action, I'm going to cast Shadow Blade.
Okay.
And
You do get advantage if you do hit it.
that was my thought. And then I'm gonna hook it at the creature.
It do be indeed having the thrown property, which does allow you to toss it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeet it, my lad.
Nat 20.
That is so yeah. The counter crit. Pog. Yeah, that hits.
I mean, I'd be worried if it didn't. 22 psychic damage.
That is a tasty points of damage. It do be indeed very nice. 22. So, as you stab the creature in the face, Seamus begins to scream in pain at the same time as he takes damage.
Well,
As the creature holds on to him tighter, as that is an ability it has.
Oops.
4d8, right.
Oops.
As Seamus takes 18 psychic damage.
Oops.
And just like that, I'm down.
In my defense, I had no knowledge of this.
Nor did I.
As Seamus is still being held on to. Felix, what are you doing now? You have movement left.
I'm gonna stay. Move back a tick.
Alright. I did tell you guys that this would be a horrible fight. Right. Rua is going to do something that should be cool as he walks over, gets in between.
I mean, I'd like to think he has a little bit more urgency than walking.
Dude, Rua has 50 movement speed. For him, walking is like jogging for you guys. Before he actually makes his way over, he does activate his astral self. Having noticed Seamus was hurt from its being hurt. And he is going to do a wisdom-based strength check, because he can, to try and break Seamus free from this predicament. Does he... No, it... acrobatics... No, yeah, he would actually have to use strength for this. So I'm going to roll an insight check, because that would technically be the equivalent of Rua doing athletics in this sort of instance.
Mm-hmm.
Because with the Arms of Astral Self, you can use wisdom in place of strength checks. So he's going to try and break Seamus free from the grapple. Dang, that doesn't do it. So Brewer actually just looks to Prody and says, "Help me try and break him out of this grapple." And Prody runs over and tries to do the same. Seamus is now pulled free and no longer grappled.
Yay.
And with the last bit of his movement, he's actually going to swap places. And now, Seamus, give me a death save. That's a
dear.
fail.
Oh dear.
But you're very lucky, because the fun fact, he would have taken more damage if he hadn't have gotten out in time.
Which would have automatically meant a failed save.
Indeed. Daron, your turn.
Sorry, I was muted. Let's see. Yeah.
I don't know if you can see.
Let me just check properly. It should be. Where the fuck is it now? So you can see. I would say you could vaguely see Rua in the light. Because, like, a full moon being out in the open would be considered dim light. So we can just
I'm gonna
see.
double action. I'm gonna use my bonus action dash to get over there, get
Mhm.
advantage with Prody.
22 hits.
16 points of damage.
That is a nice chunky bit. Not gonna lie. 16. You do a very nice amount as the creature is sobbing and shivering and almost crying. And then it turns to you and swings one of its arm spikes.
Oh, you can flirt.
To do, just checking. That's an 18.
That hits. I'm uncanny dodging.
Very nice. As you take 20 points of piercing damage
Yep. Glad I uncanny dodged that.
as it just goes. It nearly impales you through the heart, but you manage to dodge and basically get a bit of your shoulder instead. And then it swings and then turns to Prody. As it just, took his friend away from it. That's 22 to Prody, that'll hit him. Wow, 9 points of damage he takes.
Is Prody his new friend?
No, you do notice that when he went to try and make friends with Seamus, he pulled him in for a hug. In this case, he's just flailing around like he's having some sort of tantrum.
Mm-hmm.
And in the voice that you hear, it sounds like a child crying, mixed in with an old man, and then mixed in with a young woman. Aldane, it is your turn.
Alright. I'm gonna run over to Seamus and use Lay on Hands
That
for
is an
10
action.
points.
So with your action, Seamus is now awake, not unconscious, with 10 HP. What now?
Now I'm going to maneuver myself. I think that was only 10 feet, so
15.
right
Yeah, so you're
here.
in front, and then
Oh, how many hit points do I get back for that?
10.
you could move
10.
there for the last bit, and then it would be overwhelmed for everyone else.
Sounds good.
That's your turn then?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Very
Oh,
nice.
wait.
What?
Yeah, no, that's my turn. That's
So
my
I'm going
turn.
to say you can't have a second attack, I'm afraid.
I wasn't going to use an attack.
Yep.
I was thinking of
Felix.
using a spell, but I think I'll save that for later.
Felix, what now?
Move up level with Seamus. Use bonus action to form the Shadow Blade into my hand, and yeet it once again.
Do it again.
I'll fucking do it again.
20 hits.
Oh, that is awful.
So as you stab it in the eye, it just screams, "Why? Why? Why?" in multiple different voices, as it's just flailing about like it doesn't know what to do.
You kind of stabbed my friend.
Brewer, as he draws his sword, just says to it, "Don't bother responding, Felix. There's no point." As he tries to slash it apart with his moonblade. That hits. 16. And again. Now, does that? Yeah, its AC's not amazing. Wow. So what's that total? That's like
31.
31.
31. As it is sobbing even more loudly, clearly at death's door. As Prody then struts on forward and goes for his attack. Wait, no. Ignore me. Rui still has a bonus action. And is going to punch it right in its face, because why not? That hit. There we go. And now it's Prody's turn. As he goes for the slash. And it's dead. As he just cuts off two of the limbs at once, and then goes for a diagonal slash and manages to cut off another arm and its head off. And it just falls to the ground limp. That was fucking awful, wasn't it? Prody's just looking at you guys.
Sort of par for the course for one of these adventures.
What the fuck even was that?
Don't know.
In fact, if you do want to know what it is, again, Arcana boys, give me them rolls.
I think I know.
Prody definitely doesn't know, so it's in character for what he says. So, I'm just gonna do this for Felix because, like, I doubt Felix is going to hide anything.
No, I would hide everything. No, I would tell them all.
So this particular creature is known as the Lost. It is it's from a group of creatures known as the Sorrow Swan. Basically, when negative energy from other planes coalesces, it can sometimes take physical embodiments of, like, negative feelings. In this case, it is the representation of anxiety and fear that people have experienced when they cannot find their way, such as those who are very indecisive. These in particular are very desperate and panicked, and will try to embrace any creatures they can come across, attempting to find solace in contact. But aside from the horror of being embraced by such a being, the victims experience fear and panic as their minds are forced to basically endure PTSD. The harder the victims fight, the worse the experience becomes. You also know there's another similar kind of one called the Lonely, which is even stronger.
Oh boy.
But you know from the Lost, when the Lost do hug creatures, any person who tries to attack the Lost will also hurt the creature it is embracing. And yes, if Seamus hadn't have gotten out in time, Seamus would have taken damage at the end of his turns if he hadn't have been able to break out the grapple. Felix, you also know, these are resistant to normal forms of weapons while it is in dim light or darkness. And what sort of lighting are you in?
Dim light or darkness?
Mm-hmm. You do know, however, these are very unintelligent, not clever at all. And there you go, that's your nat 20. And Seamus would have gotten mostly about how losts are formed. And well, given you're on a mountain that's known to be very perilous and dangerous, you guys could have ended up like this if you died, if you think about it.
That's always a lovely thought.
Well, good thing we didn't die.
Yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna chug a healing potion, I think.
Popping out the chug jug.
Yeah, and how much? What do you
A
get
normal
back from
healing
that?
potion should be 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. Alright.
Actually, I should move the map up since people are further up. About there. Okay.
I think we can do 2 actually.
This session's going to be a bit scuffed, fellas. I hope you don't mind. I've got to deal with a lot of shapes that are, being used.
Hmm.
No. Wait.
So,
How far can Aldane see? Because he's the furthest one away. That far.
I believe it's 60 feet with dark vision.
I know, I'm just doing stuff, my man. Checking how
Okay.
far you can see. Because again, I don't want to spoil the surprise. You really want to be spoiled on this beautiful map that I've made? That I've put painstaking effort into?
Oh,
That's
don't
what
want
I
to be
thought.
spoiled on it.
Good.
I mean, I wouldn't
yes.
complain about being able to see what monsters are going to try and kill us.
Are you ready to keep going?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right, form up, fellas.
Darren, follow our voice.
Darren can see, it's just awkward. Because Darren's having to, strain their eyes.
It's funnier if I can't. It's funnier just to have it be like, I'm blind.
It would be, but this is expressly dim light.
I know. I'm being silly.
Silliness in my campaign that often has humorous hijinks. How fucking dare.
Humor in this campaign that once had a fight with Benny Hill music.
Oh,
Insanity.
I now have to do some... Oh my god. Oh my god, it didn't even do what I wanted it anyway. Right, I'm gonna stretch this bit, and then pull this back. That would have been the easiest solution. There you go. As you guys can see ahead. Actually, yeah. In the distance, you can hear similar sobbing up ahead.
Oh boy.
It doesn't help the fact that it's got multiple voices layered on top, so you don't know if it's just 1, 2, or even 3 of these things.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And imagine
Sorry.
some of the weaker party members being embraced. Well, you saw what happened.
Hmm.
Yeah. World's deadliest hug.
Seamus, do you want to go forward again? Rua just
Don't
says
hug me, I'm scared.
a small smile.
Don't hug me, I'm scared.
Well, if we move as a group, we should see it coming and then be able to hit it as a range. The lost didn't seem too fast, and Seamus and Felix would know the lost only has about the same movement range as you guys do.
Mm-hmm. Also, Pass Without Trace would have dropped because I cast Shadow Blade. It's also a concentration spell.
Yeah, so unless you want to cast it again.
Not really.
Why not?
Because I only have so many spell slots.
Cringe. No.
Or do we have to all make stealth checks then?
It's up to you guys. Do you want to go in stealthily?
I will at least
You would've-
try.
You would have probably made quite a bit of noise.
Oh fuck.
I'm gonna have...
So do I basically just trip and face plant into the ground?
In
Let's
fairness,
see how bad.
Pass Without Trace wouldn't have helped that.
Wow. Prody had that second set of rolls, so he got an 18.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, I'm still
Not a lot of great
traumatized.
rolls
That's my
here.
excuse.
So Aldane's about to trip, and then Dayron, Prody, and Rua, because he can stretch his gauntlets, just catch Aldane. But because of the sudden stop, Seamus and Felix bump into Prody and Rua, causing them two to grunt unintentionally. As you make about 15 feet ahead. And the noise just echoes.
But yeah, in my defense, Pass Without Trace would not have helped that nat 1.
I mean, it would have made it a 10.
That's
But,
still...
like, it still would have been shit.
Yeah, it still probably would have been heard.
So you see this ahead, just faintly. You see what looks like a corner, seemingly leading further in, like, this way.
Mm-hmm.
But also what looks like a passageway up straight ahead. And the sobbing is getting louder.
Should we just
Rude.
wait? Should we just wait here until it comes to us? Because it's probably heard us.
I mean, if you want, Felix, you could just, I don't know, toss a fireball straight ahead, because that's what it sounds like it's coming from. I mean, do you really want that thing sprinting up to us?
Just feel like he was not fireball.
I don't have Fireball, but I have Firebolt. It's not quite as
I
destructive,
meant
but it'll probably go
fireball. Why the
further.
spell so... Why is it not just fireball for the small one and just fire blast for the big boom? Anyway,
Because wizards are dumb?
especially along the coast. Fuck them.
I know.
So, yeah. As if you...
Somewhere Turum
the people
feels
that-
insulted.
For the people who are... He didn't live in the coast. He lived quite central to the area. Like, he lived away from... He didn't live too close to the coast. But anyway. But yeah. Druid and, like, Dame Ron and Seamus with their really good perception could tell it is straight ahead, the sound. It's not from a corner. But it's, like, down this way.
Well, might as well send a Firebolt straight ahead. See what happens.
Do it. Felix, give me firebolts with disadvantage. So you fire straight ahead, and it goes past the darkness. You just hear "Ah!" as you see this running out. Oh fuck! Oh my god, I'm so cringe.
Did you delete the
That's
token?
fine, Kaido.
No, I put it on the token layer, but that means... now it's under the fucking black square. Right, I know what I'm doing. I'm going to be lazy. Rather than revealing the map, put it on the map. So it got about there. As it just runs out in plain view and sees you all. Initiative time, gentlemen.
Oh, this is gonna be one hell of a slog. Like one of those fun dungeon crawls.
Imagine if the Lost had gotten like a nat 20 and just like lunged in to fucking hug one of you guys.
Wow.
Thank God. Nice.
Duality of man between me and Dire.
Wow, Prody did pretty good. I mean, to be fair, Felix did really bad considering his mods.
Hmm.
Not to throw shade, I mean, hey, Felix is near the back, who gives a shit?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh no, Felix didn't get the best initiative roll. Well, he's kind of at the back end. So, Daron, it's your turn as you see the Lost cowering, and then it notices you guys.
Fuck. How can I see? How far can I reasonably see?
Oh, of course you're asking this. No, it's fine. So I would say you can see about. You can just get a vague image at 50 feet.
My question is, if I did aim and fire, would I get sneak attack?
No, because you'd be at disadvantage.
Okay. I'd have to get it closer.
Or if someone could light it on fire, or put a light source down.
Can I see it there?
It's still not great, but it's more visible, but in terms of mechanics, nothing much has changed.
I'm gonna do insightful fighting.
Makes sense. Right then, so I have to see how deceitful this creature is. Not very, as it turns out. But to be fair, it did get a nat 16, which, with negatives, means it got a 13.
Which beats my 16. Which doesn't beat my 16, because...
No.
So I get sneak attack on it.
So it is insightfully thoughted, I guess.
Not
That
the...
hits.
10 hits, I guess.
Oh no, 10 doesn't hit, sorry. I
Okay,
forgot.
never mind. Yeah.
As the crossbow just flies over one of its arms. But Brody can see, and he will run in. Or he would. He will just stand in front and just basically use, like, bang on his shield and just get in between you and it. As he is going to use the dodge action. No, that's the wrong thing I'd want to use. I'd rather use that. Fuck it. Right. So that's Brody's turn. Seamus, you can see pretty well. You could make a clear shot or two. Or you could even just
Yeah, I
insult
think
its
he's-
mother. Or mothers. Or rather. I mean, it having disadvantage on the hug would be nice.
Yeah, let's go ahead and toss a vicious mockery at it.
What you gonna say at
Ugly bitches are so lonely, you gotta rape hug people, goddamn. I don't know. I ain't got nothing. I'm not in a creative mood today, I guess.
I mean, you did just have to relive deaths of your friends. Wisdom save. Wrong roll. I will redo that one. That's a 14. It fails. It takes 5 psychic damage. And it just starts whimpering and like sobbing as it's just violently shuddering. It's not a nice time. Are you going to move or do anything else?
I think I'm gonna stay right where I am.
Fair. Rua, however, will move in with his astral self selected. And he's going to just punch it from afar. Let me just check. How long does this last? Oh, 10 minutes. That's a good bit of time. So he's going to make one punch, which hit.
One punch.
2 punch.
Ah.
Sadly, that's not a crit. So it does
One
only...
punch, 2 punch, red punch, blue punch.
And then for the bonus action, he's just going to do one last singular punch, which hits. Good bit of damage though. 6, 8, 8. For 22 points of damage, if I'm correct.
14. 22. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, and then so he moved there, 35. So he has another 25 feet, and he is going to move. Yeah, he's going to move this way. Having been punched, the thing lunges in and goes for an arm swipe. An arm spike even, not like it mattered. That'll miss Rua. And then on Prody with disadvantage. That's good because it would have crit Prody. As it just futilely flails and doesn't really get to do much. Felix.
Gonna firebolt this thing.
I go for it. So as it's swinging wildly, it just manages to like accidentally move out of the way, unfortunately.
Fair enough.
Aldane.
Alright, I'm gonna come in close real quick.
Out of character, I forgot to mention it as well. Felix would have known that this creature is a monstrosity, not an undead. So you
Does
do
that
not...
affect?
Well, it means you don't get an extra dice on smites.
Okay. Well, I'm going to just stab it.
That misses, I'm afraid.
I'm gonna try again then.
Absolutely hits.
Oh wow, max damage.
You love to see it, as you just slice it apart. Well, not apart, but you slice it, you know. Yep, and that does some damage to it. A good amount. Dairon, it is your turn.
Is that overwhelmed?
I'd say it's overwhelmed, so it's a normal hit now, and I'd allow sneak attack in this sort of instance. That'll definitely hit.
Didn't really need advantage for that.
That will definitely hurt with a 19.
And then offhand short sword.
That hits.
24 points of damage total.
Very nice. You absolutely love to see it. Yeah, and now it's his Prody's turn as he moves in, no longer needing to dodge, which was actually very good because he would have been crit.
Hmm.
He is going to make 1 slash, 2 slash. Oh, nice damage. That's fucking nuts. What? 24 points of 24 points of damage.
Yep.
Oh, this is dead. Didn't Prody get the last kill as well?
Think so.
Yeah. So yeah, he just kills it. He kills another one, and it just falls down into pieces, whimpering and sobbing as it collapses, dead.
Well, good for Prody. The more he gets to kill, the more he can brag to his chief.
I'm not taking pieces of this home as a trophy. Not dragon though. Anyway, are you ready to keep going, or do we need to take a moment to heal again?
No, I think we're fine. That one was
Well,
Really
kind
take
of
much damage
ineffective.
from this one.
Well, I'm gonna heal because I didn't really take damage. I took some damage that last fight. I don't want to
I think I still need to heal. Are we on like a short rest or?
No, Prody's just using second wind.
Oh, okay.
Getting back 12 HP. Which just puts him at max. Oh,
Do you want a healing potion, Seamus?
I mean, I still have some. Yeah, if you got one to spare though.
Yeah, sure. Regular healing potion.
2d4 plus 2.
yeah, boy. Also, yeah, I found The Lonely. I'm going to post that in the Discord chat and you can see what that looks like as it loads in. Not very nice either. Who would have guessed?
Oh,
That second hand has reach, from what I am correct. There's even more Sorrow Swan. So if anyone ever wanted to be creative, you could just do an entire dungeon of Sorrow Swan, and it would be very good.
That does not sound like my idea of fun time.
I mean, it depends on how you feel about like horrifying creatures, really. So I'm gonna completely get rid of that. That was the Sorrow Swan I put on the wrong layer, so that shouldn't be there. Also, I didn't even realize there was a blank square here. Oh my god, I'm so cringe.
It's
Look at
fine,
me.
don't worry.
Caught in 4K.
Also,
let me
Darren,
just
move onto the back row.
see a fair bit. Let me. Oh wait, shit! I can't pull this too far back. I can do that, and then Rue is going to move in place. Actually, you can just no. There you go. You can just move forward, I guess, if you want to look ahead, and then be like, yeah. Cool with this. 60 feet ahead. Ahoy, let's go. It's about. Where's that spare block I had? Here we go. So, cover that up. As you see this ahead. what looks to be a further bit down this way, and then what looks to be a branch this way as well. And we're all sneaking. Brody getting 17.
Correction,
You
we're
can
all
see his-
going to try to sneak.
Rue got
Fingers
21.
crossed, knock on wood. Nope. At least I didn't get a nat 1 this time.
No, you just got, 2 less. 2 better. Seamus, are you sneaking?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, my bad.
I mean, maybe we
It's
should
fine.
send Aldane like a couple of squares forward to just act as the decoy for the rest of us.
Yeah, but if Aldane is embraced by too many of them, he'll get hurt if we attack any of the lost. And I don't know about you, but I'm not spending all my turns trying to break everyone out if I can help it. I only have so many times I can summon my astral self hands, and that's without me using other bits of my kit. This is Rua, by the way.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I did sort of guess, because it would have been confusing for Prody to be talking about Astral Self.
I mean, Prody would just be like, I can break people out. I'm more than willing to just, again, if we can try and not get people embraced by these things, the better. So, how far are we moving? 15 feet?
Do we hear any more
But-
crying, is the question.
You do hear some more crying down this way. However, you are just too far away to hear it.
How Aldane, you're the only player character up at the front. How far forward do you want to move?
Player character.
Let's move
Breaking the fourth wall, are
right
we?
here. Right over here for now.
How far?
This far.
So, 30 feet.
Yeah.
Alright. So you
Better
get
be
closer.
cautious.
Now I just need to check ahead.
Was that being cautious?
Not really. 30 feet is quite a lot, to be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, not being cautious would be going past 30 feet towards areas we don't know about yet.
I mean, at that point, you'd be dashing, and then you'd just be completely giving. Then you wouldn't be able to stealth because
Mm.
you'd be running.
I mean, not
This
that
is
it
probably-
would make much of a difference for Aldane.
Okay. Now I need to pull this back 2 squares, I think it was. Like there, and then. Let me- Oh my god. There we go. Copy, and now I need to paste this to then do this properly because right, that's fine. I need to actually stretch you out and then there we go. So you can see further down this straight ahead is incredibly narrow, meaning you'll have to go one by one. But this one looks a lot more open,
Mm-hmm.
which is probably better, but it's hard to see around the corner. Unless you wanted to advance closer.
We should probably advance closer.
By how far?
I want to say either here or here.
Group decision.
I would say
I'm
the
fine with
cautious
either.
approach, so 10
10.
feet forward.
Yeah.
10 feet
Yeah.
forward. Alright. Oh, okay.
After what happened with the last one.
So as
Mhm.
you peek, it's still quite awkward because, like, you can see further ahead, but it's not by much because, unfortunately, the corner is quite narrow.
Cornery.
Yeah, it is quite awkward to stick out. But you do see a bit ahead over here, even if only just a bit more. So now I have to pull this back more.
I mean, the question is, do we see a Lost ready to hug anyone who goes around the corner?
That is an excellent question, Felix. Excellent question. And you know what my answer is? I'm just copy and pasting because, again, I need to, you know... What fun would it be if you could actually know what was ahead? Not in like a, you know, haha, players and stuff, but it is genuinely like, I don't want to spoil stuff.
But yeah, I assume the answer to your question is, we don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. You'd have to get closer. Unfortunately, again, this corner is very awkward. It's almost like the ancient white dragon designed his lair to be annoying and painful. If Aldane wants, he can make a perception check to lean round the corner, but he'd have to lean, which would mean also a stealth check.
Boy. Do any of you guys want to assist me on the stealth check part?
Yeah, sure, I'll help.
I'd say only Daron or Seamus can because of how close they are to Aldane.
I'll help.
That was my
So
instinct.
Aldane gets to make an advantaged perception check, and advanced. Not advanced. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Beautiful. So you peek around the corner. Also, you need to give me an advantage stealth check. So I imagine you'd also be getting help for that. 13. So I'm going to move. So you are effectively peeking around as if you were in this square here, looking straight ahead. As you peek ahead, you see this lunging at you.
Yeah.
As it gets to make an advantaged embrace attack on you. That's a 24.
Yeah, that'll get me.
As it effectively pulls you in for...
I do not consent to this hug.
Right. As Aldane takes 21 points of piercing damage and is now grappled.
Ow.
Initiative time, fellas.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go again.
Here we go again.
Another 8. Wow.
Wow, I actually got worse than you, Aldane.
Rua got fucking bad looking.
Rua only got worse than me by 1.
Oh shit, this was really bad. This is gonna be so spicy, I love it.
Felix is literally the only one who beat the Lost on the initiative.
Which is real bad.
Yeah, Felix, it's your turn.
Real bad, because what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Shooter!
No!
Shooter!
Do you remember what happened last time I did that?
Oh, by the way, Aldane, as you are being hugged, you're remembering the time when you, as a child, took a very young Andraste out to the park to play because she was very sick. And she unfortunately overworked herself playing to the point where she nearly died from her fever, and you were very harshly scolded. And you remember the disapproval on your mother's face, and the doctor's.
Wow, the difference in experiences.
It reminds you of a time when how helpless you were. Probably partly why you decided to be a paladin and get lay on hands.
There's not much I can do.
Can't you cast a spell on me or something?
Not really on you.
I mean, you could hit Aldane with a spell, but that won't hurt the Lost in return. Sadly, it doesn't work like that. I'm just going to stab my friend so the Lost gets hurt more. That'd be pretty cool, but also pretty bad.
That'd be pretty fucked up, yeah.
Anyway, to be fair, first time I fought these, I hit the Lost with an attack and KO'd my friend.
Yeah, I'm fairly sure I did that to Seamus.
Yeah, you did. Crazy coincidence, and it was also with the elf Aster. Genuinely, not even like making this shit up. It actually happened. It was really weird.
uh,
Well, I have a lot more health in my tank than Seamus did at the time, so
All I'll say is, take too long, and the turn will be skipped.
bonus action, Painter's Inspiration on Prody.
Okay, you
that's
draw a something. I'll leave it up to you to decide what you draw. But yeah, you do something within, and then what then?
Uh, and then nothing.
Okay, well, as the Lost begins to hold and embrace Aldane, you hear footsteps. Now I need to check something.
oh no.
As another one appears and runs in, looking to give. Who will he pick? I'll make a public roll. Right. Who wants to decide high or low for me?
Hi.
Thank you. Right, goes for Prody.
Lovely.
And is going to try and embrace him as well. That hits. As now Prody is embraced for 15 points of damage. And Prody begins to scream. As also, Aldane is also afraid, I forgot to mention, and of course so is Prody. Yeah. Well, let me check. Yeah. So yeah, that's the turns. Seamus. Two of your friends are now
dang it.
grappled.
Hmm. Let's see. How could I get them ungrappled? Would I have to try to cut off the arms, or would I do a strength save, or what?
Cutting off the arms would involve damaging them. It would
Hmm.
also be a cold shot, which I would say would be at disadvantage, unless you were to like try and flank or overwhelm them, which would be a normal attack. If you wanted to try and break them out, that would involve a strength check, an athletics check, against
Alright.
the DC that the Lost imposes on them. Also, because Prody and Aldane are frightened, they have disadvantage on breaking out of their own grapple that they're in.
I think I'm gonna use my action to try to break Prody out real quick.
Athletics check.
Yeah. Shit.
You end up nearly hurting your own hands as you try and pull along the sharp protrusions and end up tiring yourself out to do nothing, sadly.
You do so badly, you get yourself grappled as well.
Nah, I hope not.
Are you doing anything else? Also, I forgot to mention the lines would have returned back to being inert and unusable for a while.
Yep. I think I'm gonna put a little range between me and the fucking things. Go right there.
I mean, that's completely valid. Is that your turn then?
Yep.
Aldane.
Okay, I'm at disadvantage trying to break out, right?
Yeah. Give me a disadvantage athletics check.
That's still pretty good.
Despite that, you, in a burst of Herculean strength, you remember this memory and remember the convictions you've had since then. You are no longer this weak anymore, and you break out. But that uses your action.
Do I need to make a wisdom save to stop being frightened?
No, until the grapple ends, the target is frightened, so you're no longer afraid.
Okay. Let's see. I don't have a lot of spells I can use with the bonus action.
I'd allow you to dab as a bonus action. You wouldn't achieve anything, but you dab.
Nah. It's not in character.
Also, I should really pull this back. Allow me to pull back the curtain a tad. Do that, and then... Because you can see further down now. Down this way. For quite a bit, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Probably going to need to copy-paste another dark block for the sakes of keeping surprise. But yeah, just while you're deciding what you want to do.
Let's see if I have any healing potions. Oh, I have a couple. I'll down a healing potion. 2d4 plus 2, right?
This is indeed correct. As you see this further ahead. Oh, one more space.
Long passage.
Yep. So you heal yourself a bit. Now it is Brody's turn. And now Brody must make a disadvantaged athletics check. That's a shame, with a 9. Oh, Mill.
He has inspiration.
Mill,
Yes.
what's the dice on your painter's inspiration again?
D8, I believe. Yes, D8.
So a D8 will actually get Brody, if he rolls well, to pass. And nothing happens and it's used up.
Well,
And because it's the end of his turn, he takes damage. As Brody takes 28 psychic damage. As he is just coughing and screaming and shaking violently. Not unlike the time when you saved him from the wolves, when he was being attacked by them. And Brody actually looks like one more good hit will KO him. He is incredibly injured. Dayram. The one in front of Aldane is now attackable without any repercussions.
Who's still grappled? I didn't catch that.
Brody.
Okay.
Brewer does actually say, I'll try and free Brody, focus on the one Aldane's with.
Got it.
I will say as
Can
well,
I try to slip around here, this corner?
too tight. Unfortunately, you also can't move through enemies.
Okay.
I will say, you can move, like, here and then... How far did you go again?
5 feet.
Yeah, so you could go there.
Alright,
Yeah,
I'm gonna use my
rude.
bonus action to disengage so I don't get hit.
By who? This one?
Yeah.
Rules thing, I'll just be nice. Because it's currently engaged with the grapple, it can't attack anyone else.
Okay, so then I won't do that.
I'll be nice.
So I get advantage because Aldane is flanking.
So it's a neutral hit.
I'm gonna...
No sneak. Unless you
I'm gonna insightful
fighting.
fighting.
Yeah.
do my Sherlock scan.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, what? It actually got the same roll as the last one, so it still
Okay.
fails. So now I'd allow sneak. That it hits. That definitely hits with sneak.
23 damage.
That is very nice. Yes. Rua's turn. Rua is going to move here and basically spend time trying to break Brody out because he still has his arms of the astral self. Breaks Brody out, and then as a bonus act, is going to punch this thing with advantage. Gets the hit, deals some damage. But this one's not even been hit once, has it? So it's still very fresh.
Mm.
So that's his turn. Felix. They can all be hurt without any consequence.
Okay, okay, good. Does it have reach?
From what you know, it cannot reach you at a distance.
Cool.
They're all also stuck because Rua, Aldane, and Prody are blocking the way, and they can't move through you.
Let's go for a firebolt. To start off with.
On the one
Right in
that's
front of me.
In front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roll to hit. Unfortunately, it misses.
Mm-hmm.
14 is just too low. Anything else?
No.
Right. So. How do I say this? So, lucky you. Lucky you, indeed, as it cannot reach you, but you see this come out. Another one.
Oh dear.
What the hell?
And that's all its movement. However, there is still some Sorrow Swan that can hit you. In fact, the one that is between Darren and Aldane is going to strike. Both of them are misses. Lucky you both. And now the one that is in front of Prody, Aldane, and Rua will strike. First hitting Prody. Lucky him, that is a miss. And then the one is going to hit Aldane. 23.
God damn it. Stop grappling me, you mother...
No, he's not grappling, he's using his arm spikes.
Ah.
You're not getting grappled, you're just getting stabbed.
For 10 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
Seamus.
Yes. Let's see. So, Aldane's not grappled anymore, but is Prody still grappled?
No one's grappled.
Okay, good. So I'm gonna hit this motherfucker right here with
Starting blasting.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start blasting.
Also, I should really move this way because you can see down there now.
Does that hit?
That doesn't, I'm afraid.
Well, good thing I got another one to fire.
Just misses. Oh no, that does hit. Oh, that's max.
Hell
As you
yeah.
Managed to basically you blunt one of the arms it has for flavor.
Love it.
I mean, it could still pierce you. It's just with a round end, which takes a lot more force. Are you moving or doing anything with your bonus action?
How are they looking in terms of health?
This one is pretty good.
Oh,
And
I'm
this
thinking.
one's also
Actually, sorry, I'm talking
decently.
Prody and Aldane. How are they looking on health?
Prody's fucked. If Prody had gotten hit with that one attack, he'd have probably been down.
Okay, so
Like, unless it rolled minimum, and that would have still been close.
Charlie, what is that abomination you just posted in the chat?
I told you that was the lonely.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
so I'm gonna use a healing word on Prody.
Okay. You know, I'm surprised you never do cutting words. Yep, he definitely. Prody looks a lot healthier now. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Aldane, it's your turn. You have flank on 2 different Sorrow Swan.
I think I'm gonna deal with this one first, since this one is more than covered right now.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
So yeah,
roll to
I'm
hit.
gonna do a stabbity stab.
That hits.
Could have been
5.
better.
Yeah, could have been, but I mean, hey.
Nat fucking 20, and you bet
Ah.
I'm smiting on this one.
What level?
Level 1 for now.
So that would be 48.
Right. Shit, how do I... Fuck.
You just roll the dice.
4d8. So 28 damage.
That was very nice. You deal a massive amount of damage as you basically blast 2 of its arms off. And there's just blood all along this beautiful, pristine ice. How dare you? You've ruined the dragon's lair.
Oh
Bro.
no.
Prody's turn. He is going to strike at the Sorrow Swan in first of all, misses, but hits for 11 damage. That's his turn. Dairon.
Let's see. So this one's in front of me still alive?
Absolutely so. But it looks like a very chunky hit could take it out. That'll hit with...
No, I have...
Does that keep repeating Insightful Fight, or does that end when you get a sneak attack?
Nope, that goes until the monster stab or I change targets.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. So that's...
10.
Yeah, 10.
Does that hit?
Fuck no. But you still could get sneak attack from your offhand. You could, but you didn't because you missed.
Yeah. I figured. I'm not moving or anything.
Even with that one behind. You can still move within people's range and not get provoked. This isn't Blood Bowl. Or other TTRPGs that might do that.
I'm gonna go there.
Yeah. Rua's turn. He is going to move here. And is going to do a thing.
A good thing?
Hopefully. So he's going to strike this Sorrow Swan. You notice as he laces his blade with key. Thank God he hit, 'cause that's a 22. For that much. And now the Sorrow Swan has to make a con save. Because Rua is attempting to stun it. And is stunned. Now all attacks against the Sorrow Swan have advantage. And because he's stunned, Rua can move away. And is going to attack this one. And with advantage, that hits. And then is going to use as an armed strike. Wow, these are really bad damage rolls from Rua.
Yeah.
But to be fair, he's still doing a good chunk, as this Sorrow Swan looks like one more good hit will kill it. So Felix, this one, prime real estate for advantage on the hit.
Indeed it is. I'm a cast Witch Bolt.
Oh, alright.
I haven't used it for a while.
I forgot you even had it. Good, thank God that hits.
Yeah.
What level is this again? Oh yeah, it's always
Third.
at a higher level, isn't it?
Always at 3rd level for the time being.
Oh fucking hell, that's a lot of damage.
So
Alright. Does it not calculate the roll?
No, it
Did
did
you
not.
cast it at high level?
It
Did
was
it not even let you cast it at higher level?
apparently not, so I'll just roll an extra 2 d12s.
I was say just keep clicking Witch Bolt twice.
So that's 15.
15 isn't bad. Yeah, as energy crackles around it. So, this Sorrow Swan can't do anything because it's stunned.
Mm.
This Sorrow Swan, seeing multiple tasty opportunities, is going to flail wild. One on Rua. Misses. And then another one on... It would do the other one on Aldane, because it was the one it was hugging. And lucky him, misses. This Sorrow Swan is coming into play. Coming in to hug Rua. Wow, it had the exact same damage roll as the one that tried to hit Aldane just then. Misses, as it just basically pratfalls on the floor and quickly gets back up. So, you know, all the Sorrow Swan didn't get to do anything. Which is good, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Or it would be. Because...
Of course.
Another one.
there is another. But...
Another one.
lucky you, it's too far away.
Where are all these things coming from?
I don't fucking know. Seamus, it's your turn. This
Okay.
boy still has disadvantage on every hit on him, so he can get off 2 tasty Eldritch Blasts.
Mm-hmm. Or if I
so
fire like a
scary.
shatter right here, I can get these 2 guys.
You can't see him.
That's true.
And also, you're
Hmm.
casting Shatter in a cave of ice.
That's a
Yeah, that's
terrible idea.
probably.
Yeah, that seems like it'd go
So-
badly.
Let's go 2 spicy boys
You
on
have
that
no-
guy.
You have no clue if this is the way you need to get through. So Eldritch Blast. Oh, crit!
Oh,
Roll the deck. It's going to be 2 ones. Oh, it's actually not bad.
not bad damage at all.
How's
11.
it looking?
Not. It doesn't appreciate it. Who would have guessed? That also hits.
Oh fuck.
I mean, 13 damage isn't bad.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look happy. Nothing new, but I mean, in the context of this, it isn't appreciating the fact that it's not too far along from death and probably a good few more hits. Maybe Aldane could shorten that up, because he does have advantage on the one above him.
What about the one right here? Or is that one on Death's Door?
That one's on Death's Door.
Alright, I'll tackle this one real quick then.
Just slash it. Why would you tackle it? It's not going to do as much damage. That hits. Lucky you. Okay.
Niner.
Yeah, and it's still going. Keep slashing.
Yep. Fuck.
I'm afraid to say it, but that won't hit regardless. But you probably
Yeah,
already
no,
knew
I
that.
figured as much.
Brody is actually going to do what we call in the business a pro gamer move. He's going to go here. He's going to slash twice. Crits. That much.
Oof.
Man, that was pretty bad.
Yeah, that was pretty terrible.
And again. And, would you believe it? It's dead.
That's good.
And now, I, as a GM, need to bring a cone out.
Cone?
A cone, yes. You know. The shape. It's too far, it's too big.
Burning
Too
hands.
big. Let me dial it down. I'm seeing if it would work, depending on where he did it from. Yeah, it wouldn't be too viable.
Didn't think so.
But he is going to move around and basically help be a defensive wall for the Sorrow Swan to not get in. Dairon, you are now technically overwhelming this creature. Not technically, you are overwhelming this creature.
What do you think I'm gonna do?
That hits. And you magic pixeled it. Not magic.
Fuck!
No, not magic pixeled. You just had the exact amount of HP to kill it, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
I was about to be really frustrated.
Yes, you have officially finally killed one. Also, isn't this Brody's third kill on Sorrow Swan?
Yes, it is.
Freddy's just on fire.
Just like the insides of that one T-Rex.
I'm gonna insightful fighting that one at the bottom.
Okay.
So 16.
Yeah, it rolled a 2.
Great.
I'm gonna tag it with the appropriate marker that I have been using, just for the ease of use. Now it is Rua's turn. And he do be, in fact... Would he? Yeah, he would, probably. If only just because of how desperate this situation... No, he would. He'd rather save that. He is quite cautious and expects much worse. So, what he is going to do instead is he is going to just slash this one with his sword wreathed in key, or rather, he will, depending on if he hits. That's a miss, so thankfully he doesn't need to use a key point, but he'll try again. That hits. Now he's going to try Stunning Strike. 14 damage is very nice.
That's a lot of damage.
Now the creature has to make a con save. fails and is now stunned. All attacks again have advantage. And then he's going to groin kick it.
That's basically a signature move.
For 8 damage. Right. Felix.
I'm gonna move here. And
I'm actually going to unveil this because you'll see it anytime soon. There you go.
And let's just go for another firebolt on the one in front of Prody.
Not the one that's stunned, that you have advantage on. Mel?
Yeah, I'm not gonna go for that one.
You hitting the one that's stunned?
No, I'm gonna go. I'm still going for the one that's right in front of me. Well, not right in front of me, but in front of me.
Alright, roll a normal attack. Hits.
Didn't need it.
I mean, if there was a crit on the other side.
Well, I would have regretted it, but I didn't have to.
Yet. Now it's the last turn. This one can't do shit because it's stunned. This one, however, is going to run in and try and hug Prody. Oh no. As it pulls Prody in for a hug. Oh my god, Prody's magic pixeled at 1 HP as he's hugged by this. Seamus, it is your turn.
Okay. Let's see. We only got the 2 left there around the corner. Let's go.
Does he see
right over
Prody
here.
being hugged by one? Meanwhile, the other one, on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, is just stuck in place like it's been stunned by Rura.
Well, I'm not gonna hit the one that's hugging Prody because that would just hurt Prody too. So I'm gonna hit this one with an Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. Yeah, you have advantage on both hits. That hits.
I'm just gonna put the other one in there too. That one probably doesn't hit.
That hits.
Oh, they both hit? Cool.
Yeah.
So
15 is their exact AC. 16
Oh, 15 is their AC. Okay.
is a nice chunk of damage.
That's a spicy meatball.
As it whimpers in pain, Aldane, it is your turn. Prody is being cooked. Prody is also at 1 HP.
Okay, I'm just gonna step over this corpse. Is lay on hands a bonus action or an action?
Full action.
Okay. Well, he needs the healing juice, so
I mean,
I'll
I'd
hit him
allow you
with-
to, if you could pull him out with an athletics check, swap places.
yeah, let's try that. See if that works.
That works. So you can now swap places if you want.
Yep. Does that use up an action then?
Yes. But,
Thought
to be
so.
fair, you've saved your ally from being KO'd, so now another person can administer health.
Yes. And I think I'll use a bonus action. Nope, that won't do anything. Never mind. Yeah, I think that'll be my turn then.
That's your turn. So, Prody is actually, now needs to break out the cone again. After saying I wasn't going to use it, but turns out things have changed. Brody's gonna move there and just say, "Sorry, Rua," as he pumps out a burning hands. That's... Oh, I forgot to take off the dueling, because that's only 7 HP. But the Sorrow Swan in front of Rua has disadvantage. So he would probably fail. But I'll still make the check, because I have to. I'm a GM, I can't... Oh, it turns out, who would have guessed? He rolled a 5. And the other one also fails, so they both take 7 damage. And this one takes that. Yeah, the one in front of Rua isn't looking too good. Also, Rua has to make a deck. Shit, so he takes 7 damage. Daron, it's your turn. One is stunned, one has insightfully been fought by you. What do?
I swap over to my crossbow and I aim and fire at the one that's stunned.
You don't even need to aim because you already have advantage. Or are you just saying you're aiming for the not the action to aim?
Yeah.
Right. 21. I'd allow it. Oh, nice. That's what?
22.
22, indeed. You deal
Spicy
a
meatball.
very nice chunk of damage. Oh shit, I added a 3 at the end and gave him over 200 HP. No. But yes, you dealt a very nice chunk of damage. Looks like probably Rua could take it now on its own. I forgot actually, do you want to move?
No, but I would like to use my bonus action. So one of my things is I can... Where is it? Ear for detail. I can use a bonus action to make a wisdom perception check
Okay,
to spot a hidden creature or object, and I would like to do so.
go for it. I should really pull this back if Seamus can see that far.
Duality of man right there.
Oh boy.
Seamus can see that far down, but that doesn't really matter too much.
I'm just trying...
So you can hear noises, but it's hard. Like you can hear the vague noises of wind and what sounds like murmurings, but it's very further down. What sounds like possibly this way behind you, but you don't know where the fuck they are because they're out of sight.
There's more incoming.
You don't hear them approaching; they just sound stationary.
Okay.
Okay, Rua's turn. He is going to do the slashy with advantage. Oh! Is
Fuck.
that...
I think that's dead.
You'd be correct. As Rua draws the sword, sheaves it immediately, and it just falls into Viscera. And then he almost vanishes as he moves behind this one, and with advantage. If that was another crit, I'd have screamed. 12 though. And then he just says to you guys, "We're resting. I don't give a shit," and he's going to flurry of blows, dealing as he just double kicks this in the groin and misses the first. The second one as it turns around, so he basically gets interrupted. But he deals some more damage. And that's his turn. Felix.
Well, if we're gonna rest,
Rua's saying that, but you could be like, "No, we're going to keep going." It's up to you. Just, this has been a pretty hard fight, and also I want to call a rest in the game after this fight.
yeah.
That's like a smart idea.
In session, I should say.
Let's go with a Chromatic Orb.
Do it. You don't have advantage.
Oh no.
What damage type?
Let's go with Fire.
Okay.
$17 points of fire damage.
So, as you charge up the Chromatic Orb, Rua actually says, "Let's do that thing like I did before when I cut the last one in half." For flavour. So what happens is, it shoots, you miss, and then Rua, holding his sword like a baseball, swings it and smashes it point blank in the face, taking most of its face off. It still hurt, but some fun with the flavouring of the fight. Kind of like deflecting the Spirit Ball in the Sane Saga when Gohan bounced it back.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's Lost turn. It's got 2 tasty morsels to strike at. Aldane, you are hit
Ow.
for 16 points of damage.
I'm
Rua's
definitely
also
resting after this.
Rua is also hit for 10 points of damage. Seamus, what are you doing?
Shit.
Probably wouldn't be a good idea. People have to walk past this way, probably.
Yeah, should I just Eldritch Blast the thing, you think?
I mean, it's not hugging anyone.
Yeah. Just keep on blasting.
You're basically enjoying what it's like. You're basically enjoying Warlocks in a nutshell. Like if Felix was a charisma caster and didn't need ink, he'd be doing this shit very likely as a Warlock. 'Cause that's pretty much what his class is. So yeah, and that also hits.
Fuck, not nearly as good.
That's still 12 damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Think of it this way: you didn't deal 11 damage.
True.
Always appreciate the small victories in D&D, especially if you're unlucky like I often am as a player. Ah yes, I crit of a level 3 smite. Oh wow, the highest damage dice I got was a 4, and 3 1s, and the rest of them were 2s and 3s.
That sounds like shit.
Yeah, it was. I was so upset, and the enemy crit me in return, apparently, and then I got KO'd.
Ow.
Anyway, Aldane.
Time for some stabby.
That hits. Yeah, that's a good chunk of damage. That hits.
And you know what? If this doesn't kill it with just the damage, I'm going to add a smite on top.
That doesn't kill.
Alright. 2d8 for level 1 smite.
Alright. Also, when Rue was saying rest, he was suggesting short rest.
Well,
Because,
we'll see.
I mean, it's if you want to sleep in this area where the Sorrow Swan could just attack you guys.
No.
Alright, that still lives. Prody's turn. Prody's gonna rush in. And just bonk with his sword. That hurts. It. And then he's gonna do it again. Oh my god, it doesn't matter anyway, he killed it.
Nice.
He just cleaning
crit-
shop.
The crit wasn't even needed, but he keeps stealing these kills. This
Now,
is the
correct me if
fourth
I'm wrong,
one.
but doesn't either Seamus or Felix have Tiny Hut?
Yes.
I mean,
I
if you
do.
Couldn't we
want to
just use
sleep,
that?
do you
What?
want a long rest?
I mean, it's up to the rest of them, but I'm inclined towards it.
The thing is, you've only just had a sleep is the problem. It's not been long since you've slept.
Okay. So
It's
short
like,
rest is probably more optimal.
well, it's not even optimal. It's a case of, can you really fall asleep after only having just a long sleep?
You're right.
It's unfortunately that is just people anyway. I'd say, unless because this isn't a Sunday where you can just sleep in.
Oh, if only.
Been chatting to your American friends until 4 a.m. and then you fall asleep having only 4 hours. It's not like that. Where do you want to gather while you sleep? Are you gonna not sleep, rest?
Maybe
Are you gonna
here?
here or there? Yeah.
I'd say here.
Right. So yes, we're calling a break. If people want to pee, if people want to get drinks, both maybe at the same time. I'm not here
I would
to
not encourage that.
I mean, it's more cleaner than tap water. But anyway, yes, we are on a break. Roll your hit dice. Oh wait, actually, Seamus has a Song of Rest, doesn't he?
That I do. That adds. I have to roll a
D6.
dice for that, right? Just a d6.
Yeah. So Rura doesn't even need that 10 because the D6
So
would
we
actually
add
take him to max.
so we add an extra d6
Oh, hey,
onto
Max.
each of our
Yeah.
hit dice or total?
No. So
Each
that's
hit dice, I think.
no. It's you roll hit dice, and that 6 is also part of the pool.
Ah,
If
okay.
that 6 takes you to max with what you've rolled up until that point, you can save.
Okay. Well, I've used half my hit dice, but I'm up to 52 health, so I think I'm good for now.
Once I've done Prody's hit dice, I'm getting a drink and sorting stuff out.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do something similar right now.
Same. So let's see about my hit dice first.
All of this is Prody's hit dice that he's having to roll, because yeah, he was that fucked up in the fight. He's only just hit max HP, and yes, I'm going for a brief spell. Don't burn the house down.
Someone grab my matches.
Well, plus side, I don't need to spend the break reading Shonen Jump chapters, considering last couple of weeks they've come out an hour earlier, which is quite nice. Do enjoy reading the Shonen Jump chapters. Also, still yet to get hit. I've successfully been a coward these last 2 sessions. Which is always a plus on the old keeping the character alive front. Probably didn't need to use that Chromatic Orb in the end, but oh well. How much damage did I do with it? 17. I could have done that with a firebolt, maybe. Probably not, but I might have. Still not anywhere close to the Ancient White. Maybe.
I don't think we're gonna get to Ancient White today.
Yeah, it is looking unlikely now.
Hi, hello, what's up, my guys?
Hello.
So, what do you think of the loss?
They're appropriately spooky.
These aren't even the hardest Sorrow Swan to fight.
I'm sure they aren't.
Oh, I forgot. The lonely has advantage in attack rolls while it's within 30 feet of at least 2 other creatures.
Ugh.
That means any other creature. Otherwise, it has disadvantage in attack rolls.
I don't like that.
Also, it has fucking 60-foot reach and can pull you forward. It's fucking Roadhog. Oh shit, I forgot. Rui gets key points back because he's doing that, and Crody gets second wind, so he'll be able to last a bit longer in fights again.
That's good.
Cube isn't here, by the way.
I'm here.
Is it just...
I'm not here.
Oh, fuck.
I am here.
And I had Gen earlier on, right?
Correct.
Can still take a bit more time to rest, because we have been going for 3 hours without much in between. Hope you've been enjoying the session, I should say, not the fight.
Yeah.
Also, I should really clear more of this, because you would have easily been able to see down it.
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of that. That actually just didn't need to be there at all. And I'm going to pull this down. In fact, fuck it, let's get rid of it all, because you could easily see down it. As you see what looks like a corridor? Yeah, and it just leads into darkness. As you'd be resting as well, just while we're on the break, you do notice this piece of ice looks unnaturally placed.
Which piece of ice?
The one that's right just below Aldane on the map, like here, this bit.
Right.
Yeah. Let me know when you're all ready to continue, and we can.
Let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
Ready.
Dylan?
Already.
Let's fucking go. Yeah, so yeah, the ice block here is suspiciously placed. What do you do with it?
Poke it.
Poke it with a stick.
Nudge it?
Yes.
It seems like it can be moved. What are you doing, Felix?
Moving back in case it explodes.
No?
Something happens.
It seems like you can lift it and move it. Or even just break it. What do you do? I can't wait for deliberating the fate of this ice block to be the hardest part of this dungeon. Also, Felix, as you look over, this block here also looks suspiciously placed.
Right.
Also in the distance, you can just see a block over here looks also suspiciously placed.
Can I do an investigation check, like to help?
Investigating the piece of ice? Go for it.
Yeah. For traps, really?
Yeah, Aldane can do it as well if he wants, because he's proficient. Aldane? So from what you can tell, Dayron, it looks like there might be some sort of switch behind the block of ice. If you were to move it, you could interact with it.
I let the group know about that. I'm probably not going to do.
Come on, don't be a coward, Daron. Also, if it's got a trap, you'd be the best one to deal with it. You can dodge the best.
I'll do it.
Alright, Aldane, you lift the ice block. Darren, you switch the puzzle.
Gotcha.
You don't even need a strength check, Aldane. It's deceptively light. And I'm just gonna take it off because you've interacted with it now. Daron, it's like a button that you can press.
Okay, I do.
You press it, and you hear grinding, loud ass grinding, and then you hear sounds in the distance of disturbed voices coming down that way, and then it's just pure silence again.
I didn't like that.
I mean, if there's more ice blocks, we might need to do this with all of them.
There are more ice blocks. There's one right near me, and then there's one in the alcove across from here.
Prody actually walks over and is like, "Oh yeah, there is," and gets rid of it, and then presses the button immediately, unless you stop him.
No.
More grinding. This time there's rumbling and shaking.
Alright, let's go check out that last one. Where was it?
In the alcove across from us.
You can see it, Aldane. It's in the far wall if you want to go to it. Don't go alone, Aldane. Prody follows you.
Alright, I'll lift it, you press the switch.
Right, and that happens. Even more grinding and shaking. It's getting progressively more violent. Also, just get rid of these because there's no point. There's no alcove there.
Shall we investigate down this path?
Which path over there? I mean, there's no voices down here.
Check here then.
In fact, Rua, with his eyes, notices. Oh, there's an ice block over here. And just makes his way over because he can. 50 feet, because that's his maximum. And then again, moves it. I keep saying even more grinding. It's getting even worse. And the shaking is getting even more violent. You're surprised this whole thing just like almost capsize as he makes his way over. And the voices are getting more and more aggressive and loud. Yes. What is... Oh, you're there, are you, Aldane?
Yes.
Oh. Sweet summer child. Appropriate as well, because you worship Drybarb.
Mm-hmm.
As you see, you've you've played my trap card, Aldane.
I've activated your trap card, huh?
As a Sorrow Swan. Oh my god, I'm so cringe. I put it on the fucking map, didn't I?
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
Sorrow Swan makes its way over. Initiative, fellas.
Just one?
Yay.
So far.
For now.
As combat
Or like-
starts like this. Nice job, Anthony.
Whoops.
Oh, that would have been so funny if it got a nat 20. Just pulls Aldane in. I've pissed myself laughing. Prody wasn't prepared.
Aldane was for once.
Rua wasn't too prepared. Right, is this the Inish? This is indeed the Inish. But Aldane, finally some good fucking initiative.
Yep.
Felix, it's your move. You see a Sorrow Swan down there. What do?
Firebolt.
I'm colour me surprised.
Fuck.
You miss, by the way.
Yeah, I'd realised that.
I'm shocked. Shocked.
Are you moving?
No.
Aldane.
You can't see me, but I'm squinting. It's like, is this gonna backfire on me?
Well, I can't quite get within melee range of it right now, so
You can. Oh no, you can't. You could move in and use the dodge action.
yeah, I'll just move up here and use dodge as an action.
All right. Any
Dodge!
but then any attack against you has disadvantage, and now you can see further into the room. Lucky you.
Yeah, actually, let's
Oh.
move a tad further so I can see better into the room.
Oh, you do that, do you?
Oh no.
Yes.
No backsies.
I don't know.
As you actually see.
Another bone claw? Not bone claw.
Run
Lost.
that away. Yeah, you do. Oh, even further back.
I can see all the way down around here, so.
You do indeed. There you go. As you see a second one. And now, it's the Lost's turn.
Mm-hmm.
As, not only do you hear that, but
Wait, I got a 16.
I'm so cringe. Give me a sec.
Less cringe and just bad at numbers.
No, I just like seeing cringe. It's more amusing to me. It's your turn, Dayron. You can't move through walls. Better. Can you move 70 feet?
I can triple dash.
Oh yeah. Well, it's yeah. Bonus action and action dash. Yeah. So you'd have what? I'd say 90 feet.
That's 70.
Well, actually no, because like yeah, 60, and then you could have more dash if you wanted. But there you go. Are you staying there?
Yep, I'm staying right there, and I can't do anything else.
As I was saying, you thought this was it? Huh, no it's not. There's another. And it ends its movement there because that's all it had. And you hear footsteps in the distance. In fact, it just comes into view as it used its dash. This one doesn't need to dash. This one doesn't need to dash. So they're both going to hug Aldane.
Both of them.
One of them got a 19 at best.
That misses.
No, a 16 at best, sorry. Because it's
That definitely misses.
disadvantage. A nat 20 and an 18. The 18 makes 24.
Okay, yeah, that gets me.
So you don't get crit, but you still get hurt. And you are grappled for 23 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
And now you are embraced and afraid, as this time you remember the time when I can't even think of one. Insert bad memory here. And I genuinely cannot. Just think of something horrible and awful that Aldane probably went through as a child, or like, you know. But anyway. Seamus. You can hear Aldane screaming in pain as he's being stabbed, very likely, by some Sorrow Swan.
If I'm like, right, is that in a wall or is that okay right there?
I'd say that's alright.
Okay, so I'll move there.
Okay. The only one you can get a clear shot on is the one that's hugging Aldane.
Oh, really? This other one is still
It's
blocked?
too awkward. I'd say of the amount of things that are sticking out, it's too awkward of a shot.
In that case, I have 5 extra feet of movement still,
it
so
would have-
I'm just gonna.
It would have three. It would have 3/4 cover, which is a lot.
How about if I'm there?
Like 3/4 is actually +5 to AC and deck saves.
But how about if I'm standing here? Is that better?
Oh shit! That is 3/4 cover, which is not as bad, but it's still a +2 to AC that it gets.
Alright, Eldritch Blast time.
On the one that's partially covered.
Yeah, because the other one's hugging Aldane, right? Don't want to hurt Aldane too much.
If you're a coward.
Hmm.
Yeah, go for it. Misses, I'm afraid. That hits.
That's like my 3rd crit on Eldritch Blast.
I mean, think of it this way: when you get higher level, you eventually get 3 and then 4 Eldritch Blasts. It's ridiculous. So, he takes 13 points of damage. That is a spicy number. So that's your turn, right? Or are you doing anything else? Dylan, are you doing anything else?
I think there's not much else I can do right now, so I'm just gonna end my turn there.
Rua's turn. He's going to go there. He's then going to go there. That was 50 feet, which is all of his movement. And then he is going to hold an action. He's going to let you know he's going to cast Fairy Fire when all of the Sorrow Swan that he knows, that, you know, that are in range.
Mm-hmm.
So then every attack against all 4 of them should have advantage at best. Brody cannot do a fucking thing. Takes him all of his movement just to get there. So he is just going to, like, dodge action, just in case something happens. Felix. All of these people in a line do not impede your ability to shoot.
Thank God.
However, you still would have to... You still don't have good aim on this one here.
Yeah.
If you wanted to hit it, unless you moved in close.
Aldane's been
Like-
grappled, hasn't he?
If you got there, you
Yeah.
would have a clear shot.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Aldane is currently grappled.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not great. Not great.
You could just perish. I stabbed myself with a sword. There we go. I have to make no decisions anymore. Misty Step?
If he's grappled, does it still count as flanking?
Yeah. The only thing is that Aldane just can't move away.
Yeah.
It's not the same as being restrained or stunned.
No, that would be a very bad idea on my part.
No, do it.
No,
Do it.
no, it's a
No,
it's a horrible,
no,
horrible idea
no.
because I
Do
can't.
it and then dodge action.
I still don't trust my luck.
Do it, you bitch.
No, fuck you.
Do it, no balls.
Fuck you.
Don't be a
I
coward.
know, why are
little
you provoking him?
bitch. Use it. I'm the GM, I can.
Gonna fucking firebolt this one. Fuck you.
Finn about to get myself killed for the
Which,
memes.
by the way, which one has grappled me?
The one directly in this conga line.
Okay.
I mean, if something like had a line spell or breath weapon, we would be fucked.
Aha, one of the Sorrow Swan has the Wand of Lightning Bolt. No. That'd be nasty, and I'm not that cruel. But yeah,
Yeah.
you get a clear shot, 21 or 21, I'll let you decide which one you want.
I'll take the 11 damage, thanks.
11 damage, that is pretty spicy. It is taking on more pain. Does not appreciate it. Who would have guessed? Aldane, it is your turn. Unless you still had something left you wanted to do, Felix?
Uh,
Like maybe Misty stepping into.
no, no.
Fine, Aldane.
Alright, I'm gonna try to break out with an athletics check.
You have disadvantage,
Boy.
which means you do not break out.
Motherfucker.
And because it's the end of your turn,
Why did none of you guys give me inspiration, anyways?
I have to be within melee range.
Ah.
okay, you take some psychic damage. You take 29 points of psychic damage.
Okay, I'm down to 10 health now. Health.
It's a little hard.
Zeron.
Let's see. Insightful fighting on the one to the diagonal bottom.
Yeah, the one that's not hugging Galdane.
Yeah, because I don't.
Would you believe me if I said it failed?
Yeah.
To be fair, it actually nat 20'd, but I don't count nat 20s as an auto success, especially when it got a 17 as a result from that nat 20.
I was gonna say it's got negative, so if Darren
That's
gets
something
over
that-
20, they can't
That's
pass.
That's a house rule I don't like, because especially if you have negatives, it seems
Yeah.
bullshit that like
Mm-hmm.
a negative strength check could let you lift a car with a crit when it's like, no, some people are just genuinely weak in
Yeah.
that, as an example.
Mm-hmm.
This fucking body horror, PTSD inflicting monstrosity could not be charismatics who deceive and beat Daron's trained, skilled ability. So yeah, that hits with sneak.
19 damage.
19 damage is nice.
And then I am going to back the fuck up to let someone with more power.
I need more power.
With
So
more physical strength.
these are going to dash in because they physically cannot do anything else. But now Brewer just says, and now it's time, as he drops his fairy fire all on their faces, covering them in his just covering them as he shoots his stuff all over him. I don't know
He
where
blows
I'm
his
going with
load.
this. I don't know where I'm going with this metaphor. But in a 20-foot cube, everything within it now has to make a dex save. Thankfully, Aldane is spared from this, so he doesn't need to deal with all this. Fail, fail, fail. So, all of these have advantage on every attack against them. I'm going to put this heart in them as platinum-coloured sparkles hit them, and now they all shed light. In fact, they shed... they shed 10-foot dim light. And yeah. And if they could somehow turn invisible, they can't. Now, the one that's below is going to attack Aldane twice, because it can. Because unfortunately, Brewer's held action means he doesn't really get to turn. Let me re-roll that, because that was wrong. Aldane, Jack, you would be lucky. This one missed twice. With 2
That's
normal
good.
hits. Seamus, every attack against these has advantage, including the one through here. Shoot through the conga line.
Would I be
Curve
able to
the
get a
Eldritch-
collat? Could I get a collat?
Curve the Eldritch Blast.
No, but really, could I attack 2 people at once? Eldritch Blast? Could it collateral
hit-
something?
No, you can't shoot through things, but you could hit
Ah.
2 different targets with a blast each.
Or I could say, screw the structural integrity of this cave and
Please do not.
gosh.
And then you potentially kill Aldane and block this entire area off.
Yeah. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shoot this one.
Mm-hmm. I'd
just do it. I'll
just
I'll
focus
just shoot it
fire,
twice.
man. Yeah, you
Yeah.
have advantage on both hits. Unfortunately, that still misses, but you get another crit. Fucking hell.
14 points of damage.
Tasty.
I don't know why I keep getting crits. This doesn't bode well. It means I'm not going to get any later.
Don't complain, man. Rua's turn.
Oh,
As
you
you
can't
go-
have bonus actions or anything?
Oh yeah, do you have a bonus action when you use? Like, I don't know, a heal?
Or an
Who needs
inspiration?
heals? Who needs let's give Aldane some inspiration here so we can get the hell out of here.
Thank you.
I mean, that is if he doesn't get KO. So, now it's Rua's turn. Rua is actually going to teleport in with his Shadokai teleport. And he do be in fact going to hit... no, he's going to go here because this one's the weakest. And first attack, that hit. Second attack, also hit.
Man, that advantage really helps.
And then he's going to spend a flurry of blows. Hit. Hits. So, this one here, dead.
Good.
As Rua unleashes his unrivaled passion and just attacks on one of them, and then the other ones looks to him, although none of you can see it. Prody's going to run in and athletics Aldane out, breaking him out and then swapping places. And then he is going to spend a spell slot to Burning Hands these fuckers. All of them should get hit by the cone. So I don't need to bring that out. Oh wow, 16, that's fantastic actually. Ignore the 2. So now they almost make dex saves. All of them fail. 16. Right. And then this one finally takes some damage in front of Crody. And then this one also takes some damage. Right, as Brody deals a nice chunk of damage. Very good use of his spell slot and action surge. And that's his turn. Felix, you have free real estate to go ham on these enemies without repercussions for your allies.
Cool. I mean, only I actually had anything that was AoE, but no.
I mean, if it was AoE, then you couldn't get advantage.
No. Which, hey, I can get on another firebolt.
Yeah. Go for it, my dude. Which one are you
Thank God
hitting?
for that advantage, the one right in front of Prody.
Yeah, that hits.
Thank God for that advantage. Decent damage.
14. Very nice. It is not appreciative of what you've just done. Who would have guessed?
Well, it can go fuck itself.
Is that your turn?
Yes.
Aldane, you are very fucking hurt.
Probably heal myself.
With what?
I forget. Did lay on hands regenerate after a long rest? A short rest, rather.
Long rest.
Oh, just long rest. And
Everything the paladin has apart from channel divinity, I believe, comes back on a long rest.
okay.
Actually, no, I think. Yeah.
All right. Well, can't really do much right now, but I will use my action to cast Aid.
Who are you giving aids to?
Gonna give one to Rua,
Okay.
one to Prody, and one to myself.
So now they all, including yourself, gain +5 to their temporary, like, maximum HP for the time being, and yeah, and also technically +5 HP as well, so
Yes.
very
And
good
I'm
news
going to
as well.
use my bonus action to channel divinity and
Which one?
restore one of my spell slots.
Oh, very nice. Harness Divine Power is very good.
Yep. Very useful.
Dayron.
Sorry, I was muted. I'm gonna strike the one that's right in front of Prody with my crossbow.
Makes sense. Go for it. 24.
Okay, no, I can't. Oh, hold on.
That's a shit sneak attack, but
Still hurts for... Oh, you want to move?
Oh, there we go. Now I can do this.
So,
And do a little heart thing to symbolize the aid spell.
that you've given yourself aids. Fair enough.
Oh, I did Prody and Rua as well.
Gave them aids too? God damn.
He works fast.
He gets
Wow.
around.
Oriana would be jealous that she's not getting these aids.
Wow.
It's not the first time I've made an HIV joke for this. I really shouldn't. It's not funny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on, it's hilarious.
Anyway, are you moving, Daron?
no, I'm gonna stay right there.
The Lost. That very okayish TV show in the end.
Hmm.
Two of these go to attack Rua with a hug. The bottom one that's just moved tries to hug Rua. Fails. The one above Rua, wow, also fails. And then the one that's in front of Prody is going to try and hook him. Fails as well. Seamus, it's your turn.
Alright. So you're saying that one that tried to hug Prody failed, the one that's right up here?
All of them failed.
Well, I'm gonna blast this one, because this one's in my direct line of sight.
Makes
Gonna
sense.
blast him.
Gotta motherfucking blast him.
I was going to make a joke then, but I won't.
Fucking... Oh,
That
advantage, please?
Everyone
Yes?
has advantage because of Rua. That misses though.
Yeah.
9, not bad. Okay. What now?
I should maybe close a little bit of distance. Let's get like... not there. Let's get like here?
Okay, then none of them have reach, so that's fine.
Yeah. And then I'll end my turn right there.
So, Rua's turn. He has now gone back to his normal appearance, but looks quite haggard. It does give him disadvantage to use his teleport. Not like it matters, because he's going to still keep fighting. He's going to attack the one that is below. And a 1. Crit! Wow, that was fucking dog shit. And a 2. Wait, he has a thing he can do. If he really would. But he... Yeah, he will. He's going to spend 2 key points to use this shit ability. Can't believe Tasha's thought this would be helpful for monks. I mean, it's making him hit, but that's beside the point. So he spends a key point to turn this into a hit. There's the spicy meatball we're looking for. And then Rua's going to flurry of blows. That hits. And that hits. How much is that total of that? That's a lot. So Rua did 45 points of damage to the Sorrow Swan down below.
Ow.
It is screaming in pain. It sounds like the one that's afraid of Rua, not the other way around like it normally would be in these cases. You know, considering they're the one who inflicts fear.
Mm-hmm.
Brody, it's his turn. He do be, in fact, planning to hit this one in front of him. And a 1. That shouldn't have been two-handed. It's because I'm so used to Rua doing two-handed longsword. But that's fine. And 2. Nice. As this Sorrow Swan is dead. It's his 5th one he's killed.
He's just on fire right now.
And then he is going to move up here.
Flanking time.
Felix. Okay. Which one are you hitting?
Can I get a good shot at the bottom one?
Yeah.
Cool. Firebolt it.
That hits. Nice. He did not appreciate it. You would have guessed. But he's looking at Death's Door.
Darn. I was hoping to get him
Aldane.
past Death's Door.
I mean, it's Aldane's turn now.
Which
No,
one's
yeah.
at Death's Door now?
The
This
very
one?
bottom one. But you
I
can't,
see.
you can't feasibly reach him, I would say. It would be very awkward.
No, but I can reach this guy.
You have advantage.
Dupe. Time for some stabby action.
Mm-hmm. That hits.
I think that hits. Alright. And again.
Also, I'm going to pull this down a bit because you can see more.
So, 20 damage total.
20 damage total. Nice. Still not dead. Dairon.
I'm going to... Can I just stand on top of a corpse?
Yeah.
Hi.
Felix isn't a corpse, so you're trying to foreshadow something.
No.
That hits.
Felix, who does
You
not
get me.
consent.
That hurts quite a bit. 16. Right. That doesn't kill, though.
I'm gonna strike it with my short sword.
Thank God that hits for you.
Ignore the sneak attack, and it's 4 damage.
I was going to say, the only way you can do sneak attack again is on a reaction. But, now it's the last turn. Lost below is going to, in a act of desperation, try and hug Rua. Gets a nat 4. Now the one above is going to try and hit Rua. Misses, and then is going to try and hit Aldane. Misses. Seamus. Come into the party. Just come in melee. You
How
can do
clear
it.
is my shot on this guy?
You can't shoot him like that. You can't even see him like that. Yeah.
I'll
but
join
if-
the party.
Yeah, but if you use the ranged attack while someone's in melee with you, you attack
It's a
at
reaction.
disadvantage.
All right. Well,
So it'd be a neutral hit.
time to point blank Eldritch Blast this fool.
Which one? Him?
The one right in front of me. Yeah.
That's a neutral hit.
Really? Not even not advantage.
Ranged attacks in melee at disadvantage unless you have a feat for that.
Never mind. I'm gonna do.
You have a rapier, don't you?
Yeah.
Sadly, it doesn't matter because that misses.
I have inspiration still from a while ago, and I don't think I have. I'll save that. I'm gonna save that.
Inspiration turns turns a skill check into advantage.
Yeah. Never
You
mind.
have advantage and you still failed with advantage.
Yep.
Rua.
I'm not a
is-
melee fighter, okay? I'm just trying to do the overwhelm.
Rua's going to hit below. Oh my god, he kills him. This guy had 7 HP.
There's no kill like overkill.
And then he's going to hit the one above. Now, if this was the other way round, this would have been. It's fine, you never know. Like it matters. 15. And then. As Rua just looks at you guys and says, we need to rest again, I think. As he goes for a flurry of blows and does the double groin kick. Oh my god.
Ow.
So Rua basically, like, kicks this thing so hard. With the first kick, it lifts off the ground.
Ow.
It's 3 feet into the air. And then when he does the second kick, he kicks it so hard, its head goes through the ceiling.
Yikes.
As it's dead. Combat is over.
Why was that so much harder than it needed to be?
Because we got bottlenecked.
Maybe if someone didn't go off ahead on his own.
I was about to say.
I'm
Aldane-
sorry, okay?
Aldane, I know you're clearly eager to have this beef with this dragon sorted, but come on, man.
Let's just rest and heal up. Let's retreat to an alcove or something.
Again,
I don't like being in the open like this.
No long rests. Well, if you do actually listen out, it doesn't sound like there's any more sounds of Sorrow Swan.
Would it be okay if we call the session?
I was actually going to say, as you take a short rest, this is a session anyway. Also,
We can do our rolls when we come back
I'm
next
going to
time.
completely clear the map for you now, so you can see everything. Well, the last bit in detail, as there is seemingly more unnaturally placed ice. But that's for next week.
I shouldn't have any issues for next.
It's fine.
Gucci. It's fine.
That's
To be
good.
honest, this next fight is going to be a doozy, and it's going to be a lot of dialogue. So
That's fair.
It was fine to call this a session.
But that is something to look forward to next week. As always, thank you for watching. In terms of future streams, we have something on Tuesday, maybe Mass Effect, who knows. Thursday, again, would you be available to do Civ?
This Thursday. Hopefully if I'm all moved in.
Well, it may possibly be Civ then. Saturday, I believe we will be discussing Dragon Age Origins, and then yes, we will get the rest of this spooky dungeon next Sunday.
Am I here
Otherwise-
for the Origins talk? I can't remember.
I believe so, yes.
Yes. Right.
Otherwise, as always, please give us a follow on Twitch and Twitter and a subscribe on YouTube. And otherwise, we will see you next time. Good night.
Good
Later.
night.
Catch you on the lost side.